Wasn't in the field, then you can't come with us. My little shorty going stupid, going straight dumb with us. I'm a big time, still humble in the hood. Gotta keep it positive on nothing but the good. When I'm on vacation, I be stunting like I should. Got a real queen falling, she gon' stumble on the wood. And I still be doing business with my brother down. And I know that if I got it, I'ma cover them. And I know that if I need it, they gon' give it back. Gotta practice what you preachin', I be living that. Taking trips round the globe, bringing game back. Touchdown hood, happy that I came back. Take a photo with my granny for the memories. And if it's for a good cause, I'm buying 10 of these. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. Knee deep in the game and I'm still the same. Why you always hating? That's a shame. Gotta split the profits with the ones that came with you. All the homies share the vision, yeah, we got the same picture. You won't catch me in the club, I like to meditate. I be higher than a bird, I like to levitate. When I ask them how they doing, it ain't never great. So I be focused on the money, need a better rate. Baby girl eating veggies, doing yoga at the crib. Swimming in the winter, don't get colder where I live. Still the same number, if you got it, you can hit me. Pull up to the park, I'ma match you on a sticky. I ain't tryna be nobody, I ain't gotta be. 100 bands up, shopping at the Dollar Tree. Never been a type that gotta act, gotta lie. I just go and get the bread and bring it back to the tribe. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Who they say on the outside.
What happened when you relentless and your actions start to match the path for what you intended. Put the time in to perfect the craft, I'm the truest in it. Ain't a doubt about it either. When it's in, you better own it. I'ma shout it out the speakers from a small city where not many make it out the gate. I put my all in it to leave no debate on if I'm great. Plenty folks who got opinions that'll never know the stakes. When you solo every battle and your soul ain't got the faith. I'ma pray, I'm a hero but I'm Clark without the cape. Put it on, I'm about to fly when I'm almost about to break. Understand you hold a trial and the triumph in your hand. What's the plan? You can't just take what they give you. You a man, you was chose. This life can get darker before it glows, but we shining and it shows through the flows and the prose that I speak. That's why you can find me at the peak. I get the climbing just when it's looking steep.
When my feet dragging in place, I'ma still keep it moving, holding the pace. Feel the drive I can't ever replace. This the life I chose, and my hands still holding the wheel that I never know that it take. When the sight of the sun bring a smile, early morn make it work all the while. That the evening brings for the nighttime rings, and the moonlight sings this time.
Soldier in this, I was molded for this. Built and bred by the days I could never forget. It was bound to exist. Shape this land with my own hands, so pay what I'm worth. Give my respect to the grind, I'll never short on the work. If I be blessed to see old age, I'll smile at the dirt, knowing I own what is grown to pass it all down to my first. If you let some inside you die, then I'm here to rebirth. Never lose your purpose on this earth.
When my feet dragging in place, I'ma still keep it moving, holding the pace. Feel the drive I can't ever replace. This the life I chose, and my hands still holding the wheel that I never know that it take. When the sight of the sun bring a smile. Early morn make it work all the while. That the evening brings for the nighttime rings and the moonlight sings this sound.
I know you like the way I pop out. Let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout. A different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he win me, but I'ma ride this Chevy Mally until it's city. The pastor don't take dirty money. I like it filthy. She my Achilles. I'm out for millies, not just for memories. Been on a mission, did I mention it before? I can't be slipping till I'm reaping what I sow. Can you meet me where I'm at before I hit the top? How many years I put in this just trying to make it pop? I had a purpose for they had opinions, but what hurts is when they close and know the most will speak on you the worst. I reminisce like every day cause I miss what it was. Try not to get caught in my memory and stuck in the mud. I used to drown it out with liquor, I kept me a buzz. Binging and faded to that same song, missing love. New motivation, now my eyes, they been back on the prize. Can't go back where I was in my mind cause it don't bring you shine. I pop out time to time to show face and give my people love. That's all I got and I won't waste it cause ain't in us here in this place enough. I know you like the way I pop out. Let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout. A different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he win me, but I'ma ride this Chevy Mally until it's empty. That pastor don't take dirty money. I like it filthy. She my Achilles. I'm out for millies, not just for memories. Been on a mission, did I mention it before? I can't be slipping till I'm reaping what I sow. Keeping my rearview mirror empty when I'm riding out, cause ain't never worth risking this. How I'ma break bread with them, but my pockets down and my head ain't into this. That's why I gotta keep my hustle strong and not let them breathe too long. Never know who needs you. Reaping what I give it a seed to.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Soweto Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Soweto Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Emotional trauma with a prima donna, gasping when she see the commas, laughing to conceal the monsters. I feel like Kanye when he lost his Donda. When my father left me, you were there to heal the pain I conquered. I never pay you back for what that meant to me. Some scars just fade physically, but never leave mentally. It's where were people spiritually connected turn to enemies, and memories turn to villain origin accessories. And I'm the bad guy yet again. Spent so much time trying to find who the victim is. It's probably both of us, but neither one is giving in. So here we go again, throwing punches at each other's ribs. Gunshots sting like a buckshot. The pain hits deep, it's like my heart becomes a blood clot. Love dots, you're unblocked. Just to get this message, hope you get it on your bus stop. And then the bus crash, your true intentions unmasked. This should have been a fairy tale ending, but you uncast. I know it hurts bad, but you know you deserve that. We'll never have the life we once had. Hey. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Hey. Yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I wish my brain had a hard drive that I could reset. Wish I made the right decisions, but it's hard to reject. Moving on, but you got me on both sides of the fence. Left your mark forever, that's without a scar on the flesh. Wish that I was sick and didn't hit the bar when we met. And spent my money time with you just to be in this debt. See you happy somewhere else while I've been filled with regret. Try to find someone to blame, but it's just cause and effect. Hey. I thought that was the truth, cause nothing lasts forever, that's except for me and you. Young and unaware of all the shit that we would do. Try to make it out alive, but didn't make it through. Your parents probably hate me, but my mom still always asks if we're getting back together, even though it ended bad. Forward thinking, haunted by the habit habits of my past. Precious moments with you, girl, you even met my dad. And any girl after you won't ever have the pleasure. So I guess it's part of why it's hard for me to ease the pressure. So many years, so many times I can't remember. Fear I'll lose them all forever. Hey, yeah. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I can never get away. So I can never get away. So I can never get away.
Prioritizing inclusive economic growth, food security, and artificial intelligence for sustainable development. President Cyril Ramaphosa, re-elected in June 2024 under a government of national unity, has pledged to place Africa's development at the top of the summit agenda. The event will take place under the theme Solidarity, Equality, Sustainability, and is expected to draw international attention to South Africa's leadership in global economic discourse. On the next headline, SARS urges elite tax payments to avoid penalties. The South African Revenue Services has called on taxpayers to make early payments to avoid penalties, interest, and delays. In a statement issued on September 29th, SARS emphasized that secure payment options are available via e-filing, EFT, at major banks. The Revenue Service warned against scams targeting financial credentials and reminded users to protect their login details and consult only registered tax practitioners. September marks the halfway point of the financial year, and SARS thanked compliant taxpayers for their contribution to the national fiscals. On your last headline, Special Investigating Unit exposes 2 billion rand tender fraud at Tembisa Hospital. On Monday, September 29th, the Special Investigating Unit released a damning interim report detailing how 3 syndicates in collusion with Tembisa Hospital officials looted over 2 billion rands in public funds. The CU head advocate Ndimutibi revealed that even losing bidders were paid through fraudulent procurement schemes involving shared directorships, family collusion, and falsified compliance documents. The investigation, initiated by the Gauteng Premier Office in 2022, uncovered widespread manipulation of tender processes and a lack of oversight from the hospital's leadership. Health Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi and Premier Panyaza Lesufi joined the briefing, with Motsoaledi expressing outrage at the scale of corruption, calling it a devastating plunder of public funds. That's all for your news headline. Now let's head over to your sports news, starting off with football news. A deputy sports minister in Spain to accept a flag for South Africa to host the 2027 World Event. Cape Town will host the Global Athletics Championship from the 6th to the 10th of October in 2027, marking Africa's first time staging the event. Deputy Sports Minister Karabo Mabe praised the successful bid backed by President Ramaphosa and highlighted the expected economic benefits. With over 2,000 athletes from 18 nations competing, Mabe said South Africa will represent all 54 countries. Preparations are underway, and Cape Town was chosen over other cities for its iconic settings and infrastructure. On your next headline is Nuno the right man for West Ham. Nuno Espirito Santos' appointment at West Ham aligns with the squad's strength, favoring a low possession counter-attacking style similar for his successful stint at Forest. Known for tactical flexibility, Nuno adapts formation and roles to suit players, emphasizing quick transition and defensive solidity. His interpersonal skills and player rapport are seen as key revitalizing the team, especially after recent internal tensions. With stars like Bowen Paqueta suited to his system, Nuno offers both strategic clarity and a fresh start for the Hammers. Now heading over to your cricket news, England bowler Wokes retires from international cricket. Chris Wokes has retired from international cricket at the age of 36 after England signalled he was no longer in their plans. His final match was against India, where he batted one-handed due to a dislocated shoulder. Wokes ended his career with 192 test wickets and over 2,000 runs. He expressed gratitude for fulfilling his childhood dream of playing for England. His injury ruled him out of the upcoming Ashes series, which begins in Perth on November 21. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. Now, let's get you safer on those roads with your latest traffic after this short break with Musi Mist standing by.
And this is your latest traffic update on this lovely Tuesday morning. If you're heading out this morning, expect some delays on the N1 southbound. There's congestion between Olifantsfontein Road and Brakfontein interchange. On the N3 northbound, a crash at Marlborough Drive has closed the two right lanes. Traffic is slow moving in that area, so pack some patience. And then, of course, on the last traffic update, on the N1 northbound, just past the Moroka bypass, the left shoulder is closed due to an accident. Please drive carefully and stay alert. With that being said, do continue sharing your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between by dialing the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. With that being said, stay tuned as we continue giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day.
In the mirror.
imagine if we would've never chased our passion. What happened? We probably would've never knew what happened. They was all just talk, we showed action. Once they leave, don't you let them back in. Just pack up all their stuff and send them packing. I'm blacking on anybody thinking they could act up with me. This vibe ain't for free, cause where I'm at in life, I'm only focused on me. Note the self, know yourself, focus on your health. They don't wanna help, then fuck it, do it by yourself. Don't give them no excuse to put you on the shelf. If it's me, myself, and I, then it's no one else. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Love yourself.
Yeah, practice what you preaching, but clearly they not practicing entitlement and pride. Yeah, those two things they factor in. Spiral out of control just from all the bantering. When they accustomed to talking behind your back with all that chattering, I remove myself before I abuse myself. Talk about self-love, but you gotta do it yourself. Yeah, I won't act too good for no help. We all healing now. Said some things about me that ain't true. How you feeling now? Even at my lowest, they tried to find a way to bring me down. Big y'all up for years, ain't talking just the brand or the sound. I don't throw things around, I do it from the heart proud. Mama just wanna see her sunshine, removing them dark clouds.
Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Yeah, self-love is the best love. It's the people who always give that never get love. They ain't real enough to probably say they messed up. Just let it go and make the best of it. Put you on trial, I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. All you did was pray to God, all you did was wait your time. Now you about to come home, and I'm about to have a child. It's gonna be worthwhile, it's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line. You was only 21 with a son on the run, no. You was living in the jungle. Got charged for a murder and some weed and a gun, no. You was moving like Rumbo. Did your time like a champ, never rumble. You was on the wrong path, you was young though. You ain't never let it break you, stay humble. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the fire and the pain in my mama's eyes. I was just a little boy, I always wondered why. Cause you couldn't help raise me by her side. I was taught to speak the truth and never tell a lie. But I know you wasn't capable of homicide. You was just a real always down the ride. I thank God that he gave you a second time. You got caught up in the field, but you still alive. For the fam, yeah, I know you never jeopardized. All the time that you did it only made you wise. Collect call 30 seconds, yeah, I love you. Learned a lot of life lessons from my uncles. This a letter to my pops up top, and it's still cops out.
Let's get up, let's smell the coffee, and let's get going on a great Tuesday morning. How's it going? You're ready to take from wherever you are tuned in from. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope that you're having an amazing Tuesday morning thus far. Look, man, you're not just listening, you're tuning into your favorite rendezvous. 150 episodes deep in 3-digit number episodes. This should by now, if you've been hanging out with us for a while, this by now should be your absolute favorite rendezvous. But of course, I do also take cognizance that there are some of you who are joining us for the first time. Welcome as well. Welcome. Now you're part of the Vooka team, you're part of the Vooka Nation, and I trust that you'll keep on hanging out with us on a day-to-day basis, where we take such good care of you, where radio meets TV, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink Network. You know that you're always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm so happy and I'm excited to be both in your presence and in your company. How are you doing? Talk to me. How's your Tuesday morning looking like? Today, we're celebrating 150 episodes, like I mentioned, on a lovely Tuesday morning, the 29th of September, the 30th. Haibo. 29 ke tsa kae la nong le the 30th I get I don't give a it's my dude.
It's chai, bro.
Your birthday month is over.
My birth month.
Your birthday month is over.
There we go. Yeah. No. There we go. Or maybe is this not my birthday? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
It's
so
not my
let's-
birthday month. It's my birth month. There's a difference. Boy, it's my birthday weekend. Nikki.
Come on, man.
Man. Stop, man. But welcome, and I hope you're going to be great. Hang out with us for the rest of this Tuesday morning as we try to have all-encompassing, compelling, and of course thought-provoking conversations with industry professionals, having bold discussions that are aimed at giving both you and I so much knowledge and information. How you and I can get in touch with each other is by you jumping on into our comment section using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms, but it needs not to end there. You know that it also continues where we have an interaction on our WhatsApp line by you dialing the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Afriberry and Mr. B and Mo, and of course our lovely guest today, Unomi, can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and of course everything else in between. It needs not end there, guys. We have so many platforms. It also continues on our website. Use the URL www.vookadaily.co.za. That's www.vookadaily.co.za. But you know that I'm never alone. I can never ever be alone right here on the Vooka Breakfast. So I'm always with a great team. Right next to me, the one and only Afriberry. Berry, please talk to me. How's it going?
I was waiting for like a round of applause in my head. Like, yeah! Oh, what you like a thing? Hello? Yeah, man. I hope you guys are doing amazing and feeling fantastic on a Tuesday. Man, I had a fantastic weekend, and I hope you guys also had an amazing weekend and that you enjoyed yourself. But for the now and the time being, I am so happy to be back. Konala with the Vooka Nations, Konala go Vooka Breakfast Show. Guys, I missed you so much. Mommy, where are you, Mom Tembe? I missed you guys so much, man. I hope you guys had a fantastic and amazing weekend, man. Hey, Mo, what's up, bruh?
Oh, I'm working here, but why are you guys putting me on the spotlight like this, man? I'm helping the technicals right here.
The technicals pissed off my
You're
mic.
just
Now I
throwing
can
me
hear
in
my
the best,
loud
man.
self.
No, I'm good, man. It's Tuesday morning, and you know, always on Tuesday, there's something that you need to choose, right? You know that we've got a lot of things lined up for us, and not only lined up, but this is the last day of September, and we're looking forward to this October, right? And thank you so much to September. Thank you so much to the people who were born in September.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Right?
September.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Virgos are always in season. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Virgos are always in season.
We enjoyed the month.
January to January. Virgos are completely and utterly and always in season.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you to my birthday month for taking such good care of us. Guys, let's be honest, guys.
It did.
September came in, it showed up and it showed off. September came in, it showed up and it showed off. I don't care who you say or what you say.
Yeah, man.
Like Oscar, don't be in denial, Chief. September showed up and it showed off.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't get me wrong. Okay, yesterday it started raining, or over the weekend we started having like a bit of rainy weather. You know, but nonetheless, September showed up and it showed off. And yeah, man, shout out. Of course, you know that I've been looking forward to the warm season. The days are slowly getting warmer and warmer. The one thing that I do not really appreciate about the warm season is the rain. You know, I'm not like a rain person. TC yesterday was saying, you know, so I'm not really a fan of rainy days. If you look at it, it
does.
And the thing is, Pula these
even
days,
the mood, man, it changes the mood.
it does completely.
Yeah.
But what it also does is that Pula these days, it ruins quite a lot of things, infrastructure and things of that nature, you know. So I don't appreciate that, but I do also take cognizance of the fact that we do need rain. You know, cooler down sometimes, dusty. Letsatsi, the heat and all of those things. But yeah, man, other than that, I'm looking forward to the festive season. You know, there's life, man. When it's nice and warm, there's life, man.
Yeah, man. Heading towards the festive season, you know that there's always amazing things, man. And I know that people are now preparing for some of the biggest events that you have never seen.
Month.
Right? Aibo, birthday month. Yeah, man. We know October people, November people, December people, this time is all yours to prepare, man. because we know for a festive season, you are the kids that need more attention. Don't worry, Sontata anywhere that you guys need to go, right? But with that being said, so much lined up as I have said, and we have winners. Each and every week there are winners who are announced for the spice hamper of Amapelepele, right? So you stand a chance to win yourself a spice hamper of Amapelepele by following the instructions of entering the competition on our social media platforms. Please do make sure that you follow us on Facebook, or TikTok, Instagram, and also subscribe on our YouTube channel, right? So that you can get that flavor into your kitchen. If you want to visit their website, it is amapelepele.co.za. That is the website that you can go in.
I'm sorry, no.
What's going on?
No, my thoughts just escaped. I'm sorry.
No problem, man. So, with that being said, guys, 25 minutes till we hit 8 o'clock, and you know that we always give you your morning brew just to touch up on the summary of our news headlines that we started with. And we are going to be joined by a guest, as you have mentioned, that we're going to be having those encompassing, conversation. Once again,
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah. Once again on Financial Tuesdays, we are going to be joined, of course, online by Umtutuzeli Goethe.
The Liberty Guy.
The Liberty Guy.
Yes, sir.
The Liberty Guy himself. As a passionate financial advisor with Liberty, dedicated to empowering individuals and families to achieve their financial goals through sound advice, tailored strategies, and unwavering support, along with his wealth of knowledge and experience. He brings a solid foundation of financial literacy and expertise to every client interaction. But it does not only end there, because when you're having your financial strains, we have people who are going to relax your muscles, right? We're going to be joined by Savannah Kruger. Right,
I look forward to that conversation. Yeah, man.
Yeah, from the 180. 180 is a movement still in its early chapters, but it's still built on a deep belief that lasting health and transformation comes from more than just an exercise and diet. At its heart, the 180 is about change, healing, and growth, supporting people as they turn their lives around step by step, choice by choice. So Savannah Kruger will be right here in the studio to give you all of the health tips that you need, because you know that Tuesdays also comes with wellness in preparation for the rest of the week. With that being said, man, let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to get straight into your news headlines summary. So please don't go anywhere.
How can I get to you this time? I won't chase you, I'll give you my heart tonight. I won't blame you, it's easy when I lose the fight. If you need your mind, swear I'll do the time.
길을 따라 설레는 마음 가득 안고서 아무런 생각도 하지 말고 저 깊은 곳으로 뛰어들어 볼까 아주 잠시 눈을 감고 하나 둘 숨을 머금고 붉게 물든 일거리를 짓는 마음 가는 대로 훌쩍 다른 vibe 조금씩 다가오는 밤을 따라
20 minutes till we hit 8 o'clock on the dot. And Mzansi, you still with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to your day, accompanied by that daily dose of positivity. Located in the heart of Johannesburg is Soweto, Dobsonville, right here in the Blinko studios. And please don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. And if you want to dial us in right now and share your sentiments by using our number, please dial 06049333226. That's 06049333226. Now, down to the business of today's day is some of the headlines that shook some of South African citizens. And of course, as a young person, I think I am very happy with this one. Starting off with the first one, South Africa to host historic G20 summit in November 2025. So what's happening is South Africa will host the G20 in Johannesburg on the 22nd to the 23rd of November in 2025 this year, of course. The first time the global forum takes place on African soil. Having assumed the presidency on December 1st, 2024, South Africa is prioritizing inclusive growth, food security, and AI for sustainable development under the theme Solidarity, Equality, Sustainability. President Cyril Ramaphosa has pledged to put Africa's development at the center of discussion. So the whole context of this whole thing is that South Africa is the only African member of the G20, representing the continent's voice in global economic policy. The re-election of Ramaphosa under the government of national unity gives the country a unique platform to showcase unity and leadership. The summit also comes at a time when Africa is pushing for stronger global influence, especially on trade, technology, and climate policy. So what's next? Preparation for hosting thousands of global delegates are underway, with Johannesburg set to receive international attention. Policy priorities will be refined ahead of the summit, and South Africa is expected to rally G20 members behind the African Union development goals. So for some of us, for me, I feel like these are really good news, because I saw that the G20 is going to be involving a lot of young speakers at the summit. So young people are going to be given a chance to voice out and express, some of the things that they're going through, some of the things and changes that they want to see in the communities or in South Africa as a whole. I don't know if you guys feel like with whatever political tension that is going on, is the G20 going to bring the change that we need to see in our country? I don't know. What are your sentiments on that?
I don't know, Mo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I genuinely
I honestly feel you, because that's what a lot of young people feel.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, the elders who are in leadership, who are at the forefront of, leading the country, they've been missing the step for the longest of times. I don't know. Yes, it's a great platform. Don't get me wrong. This is great for South Africa. It brings light.
Yeah.
It creates traction.
Yeah.
Right. And it ignites conversation as well.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know whether we will benefit as a country, as a republic, as a society, as individuals in this country. I don't know whether or not we will benefit, and if we do, to what degree, to what extent.
Yeah.
Well, understand that.
Yeah.
These days, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I really, honestly, if I said I knew, I don't know.
Yeah.
I am hoping, that's the thing. Even last year when we had the elections, we were crossing our fingers for there'll be change.
Yeah.
There will immediate change, because the country is in dire need of drastic and immediate change.
Yeah.
The sentiment that I think most of us had, I'd like to think so, but the sentiment that I had last year was that, guys, we need ANC to be out of leadership.
Out of power, yeah.
They need to. I don't care who comes in power, guys. Give Inkatha, give DA, give EFF, give PA, green, give someone, man. Give someone power. We're not saying it is going to be great.
Yeah.
We're not saying they're going to propel the country in the right direction, but we need change.
True.
We'll hold on for the next 4 years until the next election.
Yeah.
We understand. So I honestly, genuinely do not know whether or not the G20 summit is going to be beneficial for the country, is going to be beneficial for the republic, for the society, for different racial groups.
Yeah.
That's another conversation we need to have. Or another thing that we need to approach and be honest about is that there are certain things that take place in our country that benefit a certain demographic. A certain gender, a certain racial group, a certain tax bracket. TC mentioned, and this is a factual truth, is that justice is bought. If you have power or if you have financial great standing, more South Africa, chances are you won't face the consequences of the justice system. One understand. So I honestly don't know because it has so many implications, so many contributing factors and variables. So the only thing that we can do is wait and see. It's 2 months away from now because it's the last day of September. So technically it'll go October. So let's see what's going to happen. Hopefully the Vooka Breakfast Show will have access and have credentials to go in and cover the summit. But I genuinely do not know. The nice thing about it is that we are representing quite a large portion of the African diaspora. But we know there are people who are in power behind our leaders, our elected leaders. People who should be standing for us. Because the thing is, leadership here in South Africa, leaders think that we should be working for them as the society. Like there's this thing where leadership is glamorized. There's this thing where leadership is put in such a nice light. No, I'm in leadership. I'm in power.
It's about the power.
I'm working in the municipality. I'm in parliament. Well, understand. I mentioned it last week when we had this conversation. Whenever the budget speech, whenever the State of the Nation address comes around, it's about showing off your fashion sense. It's
political moves and power moves that you have and the influence.
Exactly. It's no longer about how we can propel the country in a right way. Understand that? There is one lady. It's funny that you mentioned young people, there is one lady who I'm hoping will be part of that conversation. Her name is Lerai. I came across her last night actually on TikTok. She speaks about quite a lot of things. She's a 23-year-old, just turned 23 back in August. Now, but she's involved. She's involved, and I think we need more young people. We need more young people to be involved in the conversation. And the one thing that I always say about when it comes to things of this nature is that the black society, specifically the black South African society, is not
grand entrance, man.
But the thing is, the beauties, guys. These are the beauties of coming to you live, unscripted, unrehearsed, and it's authentic. But the one thing that I think we are in dire need of is young people, like I just mentioned. But the other thing is that, particularly the black society in South Africa, is that I don't think it is stupid. I don't think we are dumb. I don't think we are lacking resources or whatever. Yes, there are certain areas of life in general where there's a disparity, of course. We know what the world comes from in terms of racial differences, right? But the one thing that I think the black society in South Africa is exhibiting, and it has been exhibiting for quite some time, is a high functioning level of ignorance. Intentionally ignoring, because now I don't think we can play the card of saying no, we are being deprived of information and knowledge.
True.
Chief, how many of us can say now we don't have smartphones? How many of us? How many of us can say now, to some degree, we don't have access to Wi-Fi? Now, Wi-Fi at work, there's a friend, there's a boyfriend, there's community centers, there's community halls. We understand that. So, we are actively, intentionally, and purposefully willfully being ignorant as the black society. How? What did the ANC do? Chief Mara, how many people are making noise? Guys, let's vote out the ANC out of power.
Because we are the one who have the power, to vote them out.
Well, understand?
Yeah.
So it's that for me. So I'm really crossing my fingers. I'm really hoping that the G20 summit this year will bring about great results.
Yeah.
But I really honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I would be lying, and I don't want to lead people astray saying, the summit, because that's the other thing that we do. We glamorize the language.
Yeah.
The G20 summit, guys, it's coming to South Africa. It's gonna be this. Nasrec Expo Center. Hey, it's gonna be glamorized. That's the thing.
True.
All these dignitaries from all over the world are going to be coming through. South Africa is going to be shown light. Tourism is going to go up.
Yeah.
Well, understand, because when it comes to things of this nature, not only does it affect the political landscape of a country, but it sheds some light to the tourism industry, of course, of the country as well. Because not only dignitaries come, but so there's media that's going to want to come physically and cover it. One understand that there's correspondents that are going to come. News 20 Mang from all over the world on media, exactly, on different media platforms. So there are positives that are there.
Yeah.
But in terms of propelling and directing and leading the country in the right growthful manner, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I mean, you're not the only one, man, because I think for so long, young people have yearned to be in the same room with global delegates, just to share their voice also, because it's always the case, these global delegates, they meet at a certain place and they speak about young people without their presence. Now they have to be part of the conversation to say, you know what, this is the kind of shift and the kind of change that we want to see. But with that being said, I'm glad that some of the things that are going to be, discussed on the summit is the trade, technology, and climate policy. But the most important one is technology, because we see how now technology is evolving. We are in the fourth industrial evolution. So each and everything right now is becoming digital, and there are a lot of people who are becoming, digital victims. So this is going to also help into changing also the curriculum of the school system that we have, because Siviwe Khwarube, as the minister, she is now focusing on alleviating some of the challenges that we see in the system. But now people are coming through and say, because I saw another post from Dada Morero, and then he captioned that service delivery, the mayor of Joburg. And we are going to see more of improvement of infrastructure because of the summit, right? Because now leaders from all over the world are going to see, we are meeting in this world, discussing global things that are taking place. Let's see, if we are going to bring your matters to you guys, how are you going to handle them? Can you handle your country? Because media is going to hide a lot of things. That's one thing for sure.
Mass propaganda.
They're going to hide a lot of things.
Mass propaganda, my brother.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe the president of China will walk away knowing unemployment rate in South Africa is 2%. But knowing very well, it's very high.
Here's my thing when it comes to that. I'm sorry, Africa, I'll give you a chance. No. Here's my thing, Mo. The honest truth is, I remember back a couple of months ago when, there was this back and forth struggle between the US and South Africa, right?
Yeah.
Donald Trump, making all these kinds of decisions that impact us or impact the country in its entirety as a whole, right? I honestly one of the things that I mentioned during those conversations was that he's being fed false information, right? And then he's presenting it on a global scale.
Yeah.
But what is the likeliness or the likelihood that he doesn't know factual truth?
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm sorry. I don't care where you come from. I could be wrong, and I absolutely stand to be corrected. But I don't think, as a leader of a country, a superpower at that, not just in a third world country, somewhere more Africa, one understand that a superpower, a very influential country in the world. What is the likelihood that Donald Trump or Haiti didn't need? One understand that. So. Yes, mass propaganda and media will tell us the president of China knows, to his knowledge, is that unemployment in South Africa when it comes to youth is at 2%.
Yeah.
But Chief, you have staff on an entire team of, I don't know, thousands of people or hundreds of people who are dedicated to making your life easy as the leader of the country. One understand. So there's no way Okata and make the claim, no, I didn't know.
And
I didn't know.
But I need an embassy in almost each and every single country.
But the high level of technology that we have in our country,
dude, no.
I hear what you're saying, man.
So there's no way.
Yeah.
I don't think that the claim would hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But yeah, you can let us know. You have something to share?
Yeah, I wanted to say with the whole issue at Donald Trump that you just mentioned, Musi, there is no way, oh Lord, I just said something. There is no way that he doesn't know what's happening in South Africa or doesn't know that there is no such thing as white genocide. Because I remember, I believe it was last week when I watched a clip, Joe Biden, which was basically around 1980 something. And Donald Trump was literally there, sitting in Congress when Joe Biden was literally saying that right now we are not going to fight against the South Africans. People seem to forget that the Africans are the ones who are more compared to the white people in the country. Right now, we are not fighting against South Africa, but we are fighting for the South Africans that are facing the oppression and regression that the apartheid system is currently making them live in.
Yeah.
And he was actually there.
Yeah.
Like he was there during the whole thing. And then fast forward to now, the 21st century, he has the nerve, the gall, the audacity to say that he doesn't know that in South Africa there's actually white genocide.
Yeah.
It's not like he is not well aware of things that are happening in South Africa. He is fully aware.
He is.
And for me, I felt like they should have been more youth included in the G20 because we are the ones who are facing the backlash of everything that is happening in our corrupt system in South Africa.
Yeah.
We are the ones who are not finding employment.
Yeah.
We are the ones who are going to school to study for jobs that are out right now. They're no longer within the job spec. You go study to become a lawyer. You can't even find a job as a lawyer. But the law itself is rigged.
Yeah.
You go study to become a doctor. You can't find a job as a doctor. Mari dipetlele di clinic adina di doctor.
They need
like the youth is
man.
what we need to be there at the G20.
Yeah.
We don't need one person.
Yeah.
We need different voices from different career fields. We need different youth from different backgrounds, giving their take, their story on what South Africa is at this current state.
Yeah.
Giving their view from proper South Africans who are living on the ground.
Yeah.
Ramaphosa can't tell me who South Africa, right? Udulako mentioning he's a billionaire for crying out so loud. Like he's a billionaire. You can't tell me that South Africa's going okay. Everything is like, you're a billionaire, of course.
That's true.
According to you, everything is okay.
Yeah.
Even the money they stole on your farm doesn't matter. You're a billionaire, my guy. You don't play like a $400. It means nothing.
Yeah, so all in hopes that the G20 is going to alleviate some of those problems. But Mzansi, you have a homework to do, but I'm going to help you with some of the things because sometimes you're asking yourself, why aren't the other countries involved into the G20? So these countries are namely Argentina, known for their major economy, Brazil for their emerging markets, Canada as their North American power, China as the global leader, and France as the European influence, Germany as the economic powerhouse. India also has a growing economy. Indonesia, a Southeast Asian nation. And then Italy for their cultural heritage. Japan with their technological leadership. Mexico, North American neighbor. And Russia with their geopolitical player. And then it also goes to involve Saudi Arabia with their oil-rich nation. And South Africa, it is a diverse society. South Korea is a technological hub. Turkey is a transcontinental nation. United Kingdom, it is the historical power, holds the historical power. United States holds the global superpower. Spain is a permanent guest. And then Austria is a developed nation.
Are these all countries that are going to be involved?
G20, yes.
Oh, okay.
So
it's going to be interesting, I think.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting.
So you just have that homework that you can go and just find information about these nations onto how they got themselves into the G20 and what kind of bilateral relationships do we have with those countries? But with that being said, you can share your sentiments right there on YouTube by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Some of the comments are coming through right there, and I'm just going to go through some of them just to greet our Vooka Nation right there. Tembi Mli coming through saying good morning Vooka team and the Vooka Nation, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivukile.
Morning, mommy.
And then she comes through and say hashtag Happy Tuesday. Good God bless you and take care. Thank you so much, Ma, and take care of yourself. And then Miss Q Rams comes through and say happy Tuesday, Vooka Nation. Blessed day to you all. Happy Tuesday to you and blessed day to you. And then Miss Timmy coming through and say miss you, Vooka team. We miss you, Ma. We miss you. We miss you. But on this beautiful day, I hope that you are with us throughout. And then I have Zinzi Elizabeth saying a very good morning, Vooka Nation and breakfast team Sivukile, and wishing you all a blessed Tuesday. Thank you so much, and wishing also back to you that blessed Tuesday. And then she comes through back again and say going to fetch my kids' school report this morning and feeling excited for them. Gosh, September finished in a flash. Hey, stay blessed team, and hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. I mean, I'm glad to see a parent that is excited to fetch their kids report, because hey, abazali bethu bebephenika nkosi yami. Yo
I can really do
uphasite. Like imagine being asked that uphasite.
Usho.
Ay ma, nedibu.
Ka se be disappointed a ke fitla ko sekolong a kere usho.
No samfe amkero.
Yeah.
1 minute past 8. It is the time, man. So what we're gonna do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we give you your daily bread. Some of the things that you have never known in your life, you are going to know them right here. So please do make sure that you do not switch the dial. You do not go anywhere, as we are going to take a short break, and you are going to be blessed. 7 minutes past 8. It is the time, man. And good music and good vibes is what we bring you on this wonderful Tuesday morning. What are you choosing? Because I don't see anyone choosing anyone on our chat. So please do make sure that you get into the chat and you use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, man.
Choose umuntu wakho. Choose umndeni wakho.
Umbambe. Choose yourself.
Hey, okay, I see you.
Okay.
I see you.
A very good way, actually, to introduce yourself.
Yeah, by choosing herself. She deserves. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
very cool stuff, Mr. Mo.
Yeah, so many things are going on, guys. Please do stay with us on our social media platforms. And if you want to dial us in 0604933226, that's the number that you need to dial us on. Right, before the break, we were just going through a summary of the news headlines that we went through when we opened the show. And we would also like to hear some of your sentiment in terms of what do you think, guys? You know, do you think that these bilateral relationships that we have with outside countries are going to help us to be where we want to go, right? And this is a proof, guys, that you know what, umakhelwane wakho ungamnaki, but when there's somebody from outside your own place, clean your place. If we are my next door neighbor, you're coming to visit me, I'm not gonna clean my place, because why? But if somebody from outside my normal place,
are you saying that that's how it should be? Or are you saying that's what's happening?
It is like that right now as we speak, because in our country, if we have nations coming, understand, if we have Brazil coming to visit us, they're coming to visit our president, they clean the streets, they
okay, I see what you mean.
But if Premier Yakwa Limpopo or KZN is coming, like, why do we need to clean? So we are used to our debt, right? So I'm just hoping that the G20 is not going to do that to our people. Right, so it's
selling face basically is what you're talking about. Selling face.
You understand?
Do you remember how when we grew up, when parents would fight, right? Yeah. And then visitors come over and then they sell face to visitors and pretend as if you're getting right, like it's cool. And
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because why do we have the need to sell face? Yeah. Why is there a reason for us to sell face? Because we should have our house in order all the time.
Absolutely.
Our business should be in order all the time.
Absolutely.
Now that it's going to be the G20 summit, why are we only focusing on like cleaning the streets and making sure everything is presentable, where it should be the case every single day in South Africa with our politics and every other thing, our finances, every other thing should be in place. Yeah.
It
Regardless,
is the it's selling face in context of pretense, right?
Painting a perfect picture.
Yeah, as if good right. Like the analogy that I just made, which when people come over, there's visitors. Your parents pretend as if they are the most happy couple. Exactly. So it's just that notion of, Mr. P. Yeah, like I'm playing good right.
There are places that we don't
remember.
Use
you remember those places? We grew up in the era of Amaru divide. Yes. Those exactly. So it's that thing of selling face more under the context of pretense.
And I think it's something that a lot of citizens are getting used to it, because and to kid you not, even when my mom passed away, like we got used to the fact that there are plates that we do not touch. And there was a time we were like together with my brother, like, nah, man, like these things were like they haven't been touched. Why? Understand? It's plates. You understand? It's like glasses, it's plates, it's glasses, right? So that's why these things, if you maybe like live with somebody in one place for such a long time, they get used to you not even doing service delivery for them, just like our citizens are like. It's like they know we're going to protest, but for how many days? Bazokhala, you understand?
And
but
you're selling us the dream prior to the elections. You just paint this perfect picture, and then after there is no following through on that picture,
right?
But also what bothers me the most is why do we have to sell face place, why can't we get to the core of the issue so that when these things happen, our youth is ready?
Yeah.
For example, you guys were talking earlier on about the youth not even being aware what the G20 is about. But if you get to the core of the problem and involve the youth, they could actually be gaining from opportunities like this. I mean, artificial intelligence, that's about youth, and that's one of the main topics that they are going to be dealing with in the G20. A lot of people are relying on Canva, for example. You know, AI is now doing the things. You don't even have to go to a workspace like this. You could be at the comfort of your home with your laptop creating digital marketing and digital products without having to be out there. So it is a great opportunity for our youth, and I hope we could focus on that and look at it in that instance or that way.
Yeah, man, powerful stuff. Because as young people, they always tell us, guys, the future, is in your hands. Handle it with care. But if you are not creating paths for us, to handle that future with care, you're not going to see any future. You're not going to see, any improvement or growth in our countries or in our lives as young people. But with that being said, hey man, you're pewing some knowledge, and people are like, who's this guest? Maybe somebody's asking me. Guest.
And then I'm feeling. She was feeling
so bad. How do you allow a guest to speak so much without introducing? Imagine if I walked into your house and I'm just like, hey, like I'm like,
as long as you
they don't even know my name.
Yes, actually, I was about to say. When someone is coming with great energies, and just like, how that thing. I always say, Ematiten. I don't know if you've ever experienced it or witnessed it, right?
Okay.
But I was making this example. I don't know, was it to the ladies here but somewhere I was in a social setting and I was telling people, as Amatita, we can go on the entire day. Right? Go on the entire day. You don't
know the name that time.
Or when we exchange numbers.
And sometimes you even get scared to ask.
Because now we're here, it's as if
it's going to feel
and someone
weird.
else thinks and these people have been knowing each other for a while. So I think it's that thing. But you're perhaps wondering, who this lady who's matching with me. Yeah, man. You're wondering who's this lady who's joining us on the table of discussion right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I don't want to say her name. I want her to introduce herself, so that we know from her and then we can continue having a great energy exchange. Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Good morning, Vooka Breakfast Show team. My name is Nomi P. Umkabai Gamakosazana. The name Nomi P comes from my original ID names, Nomfundo Poswa. So I decided, hey, I'm a brand and I see myself as an international brand. So I need to make it accessible so that people are able to pronounce my name. Not that I'm not proud, like I am Nomfundo, I'm proud. I'm proudly Zulu, I'm proudly South African, but also I just wanted to create like a brand name. So out of Nomfundo came Nomi, and then the P is for Poswa. Mkabayi, obviously, as we're closing off Heritage Month,
absolutely,
Mkabayi played a very huge role in Ukvusa Isizwe Sama Zulu, and I am Zulu. So she was the aunt of Ushaga, the sister of Usenza Ngakona. So when her father Uchama could not bear a child or an heir, Umkabayi actually took her friend Umtania and said, hey, how about you have an affair with my dad so that you could bear an heir? And Umtania and Usenza Ngakona actually Umtania and Uchama had an affair, and then Usenza Ngakona was born, and he became the heir of the Zulu kingdom. Hence, they say when they refer to Amazulu Sizwe Sigamtania, because Umtania played a huge role in Vuseni Isizwe Samazulu, and so did Umkabayi, by the way. So when I call myself Umkabayi Gamakosazana, Umakosazana is my late grandmother who raised me, so her spirit multiplied in me, and then Umkabayi for me is a translation of Vusumuzi. So I am Vusumuzi Gamakosazana. Hence,
we learn. That's interesting. I don't know that there was an affair between
Tanya.
friend and the dad.
Mkabayi actually was a very good female leader. We are putting her in the likes of Abo Queen Zinga. There's a lot of females that were actually leaders back in the days and warriors back in the days that we are not very taught of.
Knowledgeable about.
In history. So the history of Mkabayi lives on. I'm actually so glad that Ishaga Ilembe is now airing and people are getting to know these stories because I've been wanting us to know these things, you know, and have content that is Afrocentric because it touches something inside of you. And when you know your true identity, you're untouchable.
Hey, man.
I love that. Hey, welcome. I love it, man. And you know, this is what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, giving people knowledge and information that they might not, have been knowledgeable about. And it's interesting that you raise what you just raised because Umo likes saying that he likes giving people a history lesson that they were denied of back in high school. Very, very cool stuff. Yes, sir.
But yeah, it's nice to have you because it reminds me of a video of a guy, man, a Zulu guy, because this guy, but when wrong, and then he starts dancing.
For
it is a Zulu thing.
Is it?
But why? When they say Amazula Nengane, like this guy is trying to reason. But when I'm all wrong,
when you're wrong, you don't want it to be pointed out. Yeah.
Now
I
see you.
When we have our breakfast, we play Maskandi in the background, and that presses a button. Presses a button. On my way here, I was playing Maskandi.
Really?
It's actually a mood picker. Also, I've just realized Maskandi has different. It's a genre on its own.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because there's soul inside.
Yes, but it's also separated. Maskandi is very romantic these days, by the way.
It is.
It's giving love songs.
Do you know that? My friend always laugh at me, man, when I sing that song. Like, Haibu,
you know what's funny for me as well? Dobsonville is a very weird place for me. Okay. Not weird, like weird, but weird in a sense that because it's such a Tswana populated place, right? I will say Dobsonville flat, but what is referred to as a hostel.
Yeah.
You find Zulu speaking people, but we're Tswana now.
Yeah. Yes.
Like Dobsonville, so it's like it's strange for me.
Culture shock or something.
I mean,
like that,
our own Mr. B now. Because and I said this I don't know how many times just telling him. I find it weird. Like it's weird for me hearing you ukhuluma Tswana. Because ukhuluma Tswana according to the Zulu rules.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So me.
Yeah.
And you are gonna find it even more weird.
Yeah.
If Kitoma Hubo Tswana.
Okay.
Mara utong ruta sola.
I will definitely. I will.
Matsuto Tswana. Nomfundo Matsuto.
Nomfundo. Tuto. Yeah.
So Tuto is my Tswana name.
Yeah, look at you. Hey, proper stuff.
Yeah, man. And we see some of the people are hopping on right there on the comment section. I see Mbali Mni came to say good morning team. #Vooka Breakfast Show. #Sivukile. Good morning, Mbali. Are a happy Tuesday. I didn't go to school. What a great time to be. Hi, boo. Mbali. Go to school, right? And I hope you have a blessed one today. Hope you also have a blessed one, man, wherever you are, man, and enjoy your school break, right? Smami Kalane coming through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation, #Sivugile, #Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Smami. Hope that you are good and feeling good on this wonderful Tuesday morning. Who do you choose? That is the question that we are posing for today's day. And then Madimni saying, #choose my family and me, which is beautiful, guys. Family comes first and you also come first, right? And it is that union that we create with our family members. And then Temi saying, I choose our smart, creative, energetic
VT.
Vooka.
Yes,
And that is C. Nelson coming through. Say happy Tuesday to the Vooka family. What do the Vooka crew choose today? Good question, because it is the time to
What do
also
you choose?
answer our. You know,
What do
now
you
I
choose?
always choose weird things. man.
Like what? Talk to
Right,
me.
I choose very, very weird things.
Such as
because
what?
I choose problems, man.
Wano Are, he wants to be that
Ngwana
toxic
wa
guy
tshwenya.
on the Vooka team. He says there's no toxicity in the team, so he wants to be that toxic guy.
Like we need some little bit of toxicants. What do you call them? Toxics. Those kind of things. Because I think even our body, it thrives through a disease. Like
No,
you
it
need
doesn't.
you need bacteria in your body.
You do, but
You
it's not
need
good for
bacteria.
you.
It's not. But at some point, you need to ask yourself, man, why is my body acting in a certain way? Because there's some things that need to happen for you to face growth, for you to become a healthy person.
So you know
right?
about the
So you are the
toxicity.
one-
Yeah,
you
I
want toxicity.
I want to push people in the right way by being toxic.
This boy.
That's
You
not always
understand?
the outcome, though. Sometimes
Exactly.
you are messing with their mental health.
Hence, better know your people, right? I know.
Okay.
Yeah, this
You
one.
study your victims.
Actually.
Study your victims. That's what we call, in the human behavioral science. I forgot the term, but in human behavioral science, there's that term whereby you push people in order for them, to come out and explore their full potential of who they are. You understand? So it's that thing, Nzokuthi kancane. Then you're like, wow, thanks, Mo.
No.
Don't be a
This guy-
people's lesson. In fact, if you want to be a person's lesson, it doesn't always end like that.
Yes.
You end up being a person's prayer item.
Oh,
Very
actually.
dangerous,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Because you're trying to teach me a lesson about myself,
Yeah.
and I end up fasting and saying, this person
Yeah.
is destroying my life.
Yeah.
So, universe, deal.
I don't destroy, guys. I don't
What do you
destroy.
do?
Like, man, there are those, bad, good guys vibe, kind of things,
So what,
You,
are
come, you come gahle, man.
Do you want to be a
don't
good
come-
guy cloaked in a bad guy persona?
No, not like that, man.
Like how?
I don't know, because we have never explored, how it is to mix good and bad and see the results. Because always people are going to say, no, guys, we need to separate the two.
Yes.
But imagine if those two can come together,
No.
form something.
No.
Guys, that's why there's a black hole up there in the sky. You
Man.
don't know what,
You're making me think of something. Nene.
Yeah.
There is a concept or thinking that in every person there's good and evil.
Yes.
There's a book I once read. It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
This guy is a doctor during the day.
Okay.
And he's a murderer at night. The same doctor that heals people and heals patients during the day
Is taking people's lives
is
at
taking
night.
people's lives at night. So the book is saying this shows that evil and good exists in everyone.
Yeah.
But it's what you choose to feed and what you choose to
Absolutely.
stop.
Completely.
feed, right?
Completely, I agree.
Yeah. But I'm joking, guys.
I'll joke.
Sheba. No, I'm trying to say the problem that I find, because you will see me, how I react in this place,
Yeah.
because I am somebody who try to find problems right here in the studio, right, with our settings and things like that. That's how I find the problems, even in my own space. That's how I try to find problems. Or no, man, this does not belong here. This does not
You're a
belong here.
perfectionist.
Move. Exactly.
No, he's not a
Finally, someone who
perfectionist.
understands me.
If you're a perfectionist, you are not always confident about how things are. You always want to paint a perfect picture. So if your blue is coming across as a bit navy, you're the first one to notice that.
Yep.
It's not really creating problems, but it's just that your eye
I don't think that
is
identified
attracted.
and classified just perfectionism. Sure.
A fixer.
Okay, yes.
I
Fixer.
don't, because
The
you know why?
fixer.
Because I'm an in denial perfectionist myself.
Okay.
When I'm very nitty gritty, and I'll see things that a lot of people will not
See.
pick up, or things that a lot of people might say, nah, man, it's fine. No one will see it. I will point it out, or I'll notice it, right? And I want to, like, the small things.
You pay attention to
I
detail.
do completely. I'm very analytical. I'm very observant. Not just of things, but of the energies that people bring as
Yeah.
well. So I would say I'm the perfectionist more than he is. I think he's a fixer.
I think you and I complement each other.
Sure.
I'm not very I don't pay attention to detail.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a very on surface person.
Okay.
Like even with people, I'm just
Sure.
like, oh, give him a chance, man.
No, thanks. know why? Because I've seen. So what
I'm
with
like
me?
that.
With me, I've seen. You know that that scene where I don't know if you're a Marvel fan. If you not really, okay, I'm huge on movies,
Okay.
right? So there's that scene. Have you watched Endgame?
Yeah. Everybody.
Right, there's that one scene where Doctor Strange is in conversation with Iron Man, and he says there's one. You know that scene where he says there's one outcome where we succeed, right?
Okay, yeah.
But he's explored over 1 million possibilities. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've seen all the outcomes and the possibilities, and I know what the result
The
is going
outcome
to be.
is
Do you
going
get what
to
I'm trying
be.
to say?
Okay.
And so I can't say, nah, man.
So you're the guy I go to when I'm heartbroken. You're the guy I go to.
Show me.
And
Show that you cry on.
When you're
like,
strong.
but show me, I told you so.
And then I introduce you. I see you.
But man, what does a fixer do? He finds problems.
A fixer,
He creates
no.
problems.
Problems come to him. Think of Kerry Washington in Scandal.
Okay.
Well, in the US it was called Scandal. Gamera was called the Fixer because we already had a soapy called Scandal, right?
Yeah.
So Kerry Washington, I forget what her name is in the Fixer, but problems don't go to. She doesn't run or chase after problems.
They come to her.
The President Fitz is the one who comes to her and says, "Look, I'm going to be in conversation with this person and this person."
Yeah.
Or Molly or his wife in the soapy is like, so problems come to him or to her rather than her going to problems and her trying to fix them. So there are actually fixers in even in our own country
Everywhere.
where people deal with very dire situations. Like for example, I'll make a very silly exaggerated example of, remember when Mandela passed on back in 2013, that guy who did sign language
And didn't know a thing about sign language.
it was, guys,
And I'm here, I know how to say thank you.
how did he get
I know how to say thank you.
Well,
But
understand.
also, it's about taking an opportunity,
Exactly.
believing in yourself.
But there's someone who has to deal. No, let's not justify you not out. I'm sorry.
Believing in yourself.
No, but belief is great, but you know that you don't know how to
you
do
see
that.
an opportunity.
No,
The
guys.
people are
Yes.
blinded.
No, it's a
They're
global
not
scale.
because that is
take the
actually
opportunity.
embarrassing. Talking about that,
It is, it
Sign
is.
language is the most ignored language, and
In
it's
the
one
world,
of our
yeah.
official
Yes,
languages
in
now.
our country,
and it's
sure.
embarrassing that when he was doing his interview, because you can't tell me he didn't do an interview. Nobody noticed
I'm
this.
not.
Like,
What's that
Yep.
you're telling?
I don't know sign language, but also I could pick up if you're giving me fake
Yeah,
sign. Like,
signs. Yeah. Sure.
man.
No.
But that's the thing. So when people are facing that kind of situation, especially on a global scale like that,
Yeah.
there's someone who has to be at the forefront and take all those hits and all those bullets.
Correct.
So the fixer comes in that mode.
Yeah.
Hold on, okay, guys, it's fine. I'm seeing that there's a problem. I'll handle it as best as I know how.
Yeah.
To the best of my abilities. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
so there was no fixer there in that Mandela situation.
I don't, yeah.
There was
'cause there was justification that was going around.
Solutionist, man. That guy came with a solution there.
Yeah.
To say, hey, there's no somebody who does sign language. So
I bet
let
I'm
me
gonna be
hop
He
on the
makes,
stage.
he makes the justification that he suffers from mental issues. No, guys, no.
But yeah, for this Tuesday, that's what I choose, guys. I choose problems that I can fix. You understand?
Okay.
Choose problems that you can fix, because right now, some of us, we are left with problems that we don't know where they started. And we are trying to fix something that you don't even know where it started and how you will handle that problem.
Okay.
But I choose to become that person. Nelly posed the question, what do you guys
What do you
choose for this
choose?
day?
I mean, Unomi said you choose yourself, right?
Yeah.
Today.
I choose myself and my mental health.
Hey, okay.
Like, I am at a place in my life where I'm very confident, and I've built this
Yeah.
brick by brick. I was
Sure.
never a confident person, and now that I'm growing and I've experienced life, I'm dealing and navigating with things at a much better pace.
Yeah.
I love it. How I just block off negative energies, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you will not come into my mind and
Yeah.
overtake my mind in a negative way. So I always choose my mental health.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. I think based on what you just said, it's triggered something in my head, and I think I'm choosing my not emotional state, because I'm not an emotional person, but I'm choosing my energy state. for lack of
Protecting
a-
your energy.
right? I'm choosing that because, like I said, I'm very wary and cognizant. Like, I don't know how it happens, but I see the energies shift and change, and I see the dynamic shift. I don't know how, guys, but I do. So,
Yeah.
and I was telling Mo this.
The vibrations
like
high.
I feel them, bro. I do completely.
Yeah.
And it's both a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
Because sometimes, okay, I will be honest, it's not a great thing, but I know how to manipulate them to suit my narrative and to suit what I want to put out there.
Have you ever been too consumed by energies? Because sometimes they can consume you.
Because I'm so cognizant and I'm so wary, I know how to protect myself. So I know when to, involve myself and remove myself from situations because I see them. And this thing of having foresight, thus I say it's both a blessing and a curse. Because I see, like I see it
From
like
a distance,
from a distance, from a mile away. Like I said, like I see all the outcomes. So before it even gets to me, I've already checked out
everything.
And when it does happen, now I know how to handle it better.
Quick question.
Sure.
Do you also feel like it robs you of some experiences?
It does completely. It does. Because now I've seen and
you no longer interested. Like someone's coming to love you and you're like, this is going to end in tears. But the experience leading to the heartbreak might have been good and nice.
So back in 2019, I meet this lady. I won't mention her name, but I'm sure she's watching or she will watch. So I met this lady, Ubanela's brother, Utumsani, a couple of weeks ago. He's like, so I think that's when we proper spend time outside of the space, because we're always here in the yard, with Sevens and IT, us with the Vooka breakfast show. So we're out of the space, and it's like, hey, Chief, you know how to talk, you know how to talk yourself. Not really, but I think I know how to speak on my own behalf. I know how to talk myself in and out of situations. So back in 2019, I meet this lady. Hi, how's it going? Great. Hi, my name is Musi. Hi, my name is Nomi. Blah 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 blah. We exchange contacts. We start talking back and forth. We had our first date. It was cool. And then now things start getting a bit more serious.
Okay.
So, when you start phasing out of the talking stage.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see signs of. I'm seeing myself in her. And in the way she operates.
You guys are similar.
And I'm like, no, guys, this is a foreign feeling for me. And I did tell her this, what you are doing is usually what I do. Not that
she
it was
mirroring
bad.
you.
She was completely. And she was outshining me.
Maybe it's her personality.
It is. And I didn't hold that against her. But it was a foreign feeling for me. Uguti, no, man, I'm usually this person, when it comes to the ladies that I interact with.
Yeah.
So when it's done to me, it's like, man, but it's a story for another day.
I hope she's watching. You touch his soul.
But she's cool. She's cool people, man. She's cool people.
I love it when some other women, guys do it when you tell them, or I do have some foresight and I see things, before they happen.
Sure.
And then when something happens, you're like, "Aibu, how? I get now you are a foresight seer.
Why did you?
So why didn't you see this one coming? And then now you are caught up in your own corner.
It's not
like
black and white as like that.
There are people who think it is black and white because when you say Nyabonis, it's like okay,
it's obvious.
It's obvious that you can.
It's not
see.
but it's always in riddles, hey?
It is.
And you have to put like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And 1 and 2 is not 3, it's 12.
You don't sleep.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You have find out so you are realizing.
Yes. Yes, man.
Yeah, man. But with that being said, as you have shared, some piece about your history, right?
Yes.
There is some piece that we'll also like to share with the audience because there are a lot of things that took place, of course, man, and there's a whole life existence of ours that we did not know that they happened. But we are here. We are here to help you. We are here to teach you because, as I always mention, did you do history at school?
At some point, yes.
Yeah.
At some point.
Who was your history teacher?
Ooh. Don't ask me. That was many ages ago.
He or she?
Grade 8 was a he, and then grade 9 was a she.
Let me tell you something. Both of them, they robbed you.
Yeah, man.
They robbed you.
Why?
Because the history that you were taught is not the one.
Oh, okay.
The history
Was
that
it too
we teach here.
Eurocentric?
Not to say that, not to put it like that, but of course, man, things that you're supposed to know, that you can go and boast around with your friends and say, you know what, do you know who Mozart is?
Looking at the call sheets, I was like, let's Google these words and pronounce. Okay, yes, I better go back and fetch my change.
Yeah,
okay,
don't worry, I'll be your best minier. You understand that? So, some of the things that took place, man, this one, it took place in 1791, right? So, Mozart, the magic flute, premiere. It's Mozart, right? Because there are, because a lot of people, they say it's classical music, and it also falls in Baroque music, if I'm not mistaken.
So,
because,
so Baroque is okay.
yeah.
Within the classical operatic space.
Yes.
Baroque. So there's eras within the music. So Baroque is when 4-part harmony was introduced in the world.
Okay.
Right. So when you do Baroque music, or the Baroque, when you do music that is of the Baroque era, it was very moving music. Right. So think of it coming from the Renaissance era. Renaissance was when it was a 2-part harmony.
Yeah.
And there were Gregorian chants, there were African chants. So the music, think of it as the Anglican and the Catholic music.
Okay.
In those big cathedral churches.
Yes.
Right? Where the altar boys
medieval times.
Yeah, where the altar boys would sing there on the altar. And there's a lot of things. So one of the things was that for the boys to reach the high register notes, to sound
Vocals.
like to sound like girls, as they were about to get it to the age of puberty and their voices breaking and stuff, they would be castrated so that they retain that high-pitched range. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it was a 2-part harmony era, medieval Renaissance, and then when we moved to Baroque era, that's when 4-part harmony was introduced. So there's Baroque, there's classical, there is Romantic era. There's eras within the classical and operatic spaces, and there's different composers who form part of those eras. So when you're in the music, you get to understand.
It actually goes to show how music is a form of storytelling.
Yeah.
It is completely.
And it evolves, man, over time, right? And but did you know that they say Baroque music is good for the brain?
Okay, why is that?
Yeah, in terms of like the frequency levels that you get from listening to the music. Like it puts you in that, what do you call this? This balanced mental state, right?
Yeah, so chiming in from a technical standpoint, so when it comes to music frequency, the same way an opera singer would sing a certain frequency that vibrates with the tonal frequency of a glass and it breaks.
Yes.
So our body, since it's 70% water, Nakona, it is affected by frequency, hence this whole thing of 5G back in the days. Uguti, the types of frequencies that these 5G towers are emitting, they are vibrating with our physical molecules. The same way you would throw a piece of meat inside a microwave. Basically what happens with the microwave is that the molecules, they shake so much that they become hot. Yeah, so the same is true here, that certain tones, certain frequencies can also shake or vibrate the molecules in our body. So some frequencies may be healing, some may be destructive. Hence when you listen to metal music, music, it hey man, you
damages
can,
the brain.
you can pull your hair out. So there's certain music that can heal. Some tones, frequencies can make you pull your hair out.
So they say Baroque music puts you in a serene state. But no, okay, I don't know how, but because to what I know, the knowledge that I have, Baroque music is very moving. So because there were no dynamics in the music necessarily. They were, but they were not. It was up to interpretation of the conductor or the music director. So the one song I can think of is so it's that kind of music where it's in lockstep, it's moving. There's no pauses where the music goes da da dee da. That's when now we get into the romantic and classical eras where dynamics were introduced now, where the world was shifting. So I don't know, I'll look into it why they say Baroque music
But on this day, man, Mozart's final opera, blending fairy tale and Freemason symbolism, so it premiered of Die Zauberflute, on the 30th of September 1791 in Vienna, Austria. So it shaped history by becoming one of the most performed operas worldwide, cementing Mozart's legacy, right? One of the historical moments that took place. And then the other one that took place, it took place in 1983, which is the Munich Agreement. So a diplomatic pact seen as the height of appeasement before World War II. Britain, France, Italy, and Germany allowed Hitler to annex Tenland in the 30th of September 1938 in Munich, Germany. So how it shaped history is that temporarily avoided war but emboldened Hitler, leading directly to World War II. And the last one that we have right here, the death of James Dean. Hollywood's rising star died tragically young. So James Dean was killed in a car crash on the 30th of September 1955 in Sholem, California in USA. How it shaped history is that it cemented Dean as a cultural icon of youth, rebellion, and cool. So, if you have any sentiments and you know anything of the things that we just read right here, you can share your comments on hashtag Vooka Break Faster Show. And you know that today is the last day of September. And what
and
are we
I've just
celebrating,
realized
guys?
I need to go fetch Shinjwami at school because that history lesson
Was it the one?
it was the one. I need to remember my high school teacher's name.
So
in
is it
grade 9 and
cementing the
8.
fact, the thing that Rumo said, you were robbed?
I was.
Okay.
Now I agree.
Right, yeah, and we know that there are days that we always celebrate. Today, the 30th of September, there's a national day celebrated out there, and I want to know, guys, what are we celebrating today?
Before we get into it,
Yeah.
imagine this. You are actually charged, or allegedly you're being charged for a crime that you did not commit. You are in a courtroom, you are trying to state your case on trial, but you are stating it in your native or in your mother tongue language. Native language or mother tongue language.
Sure.
The prosecutor is not able to understand your language. The magistrate or the judge cannot understand your language. Therefore, there's a misinterpretation of what you are trying to say and a confusion of events leading to the actual crime.
Yeah.
You have not committed the crime.
Yep.
You are just a suspect. And you are trying to state your case, but no one in the courtroom is understanding you. How difficult is that?
Eish.
And we are grateful that today we are actually celebrating International Translation Day, because that is why now in court we have translators. You state your case in Tswana. He states his case in Isisuthu. I speak in isiZulu. We were all at the same venue at the same time when the crime happened. And then we have someone who is our translator, translating
Who's
the
helping
version
us.
of event. That's how important it is. I know sometimes things get lost in essence. Because, you know, it's just like, translator, you take it easy. But it's actually a very, very important thing.
Absolutely.
So it was established by the UN in 2017, honoring Saint Jerome, patron saint of translators.
Really?
It is a day recognizing translators and interpreters. And hence the scenario. Now you got to appreciate those people who work in courts and make sure that you state your case. So it's basically just to highlight the role of language and fostering peace and cultural exchange. Imagine you are in South Africa, maybe in Venda, and you want to buy mangoes. And they're charging you the price of the fig tree because they can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, because they're like, this one,
And it actually makes me think of how important it is to be multilingual. Now that I'm in Joburg, I'm so excited because
You're
I've
gonna
been
learn.
learning different languages. You know, people are like, you can speak Tsonga. I'm like,
Okay.
People are like, you can speak Pedi. I'm like, Rumela Chelete Morir. You can speak Venda. I'm like, Kada Sende Chere.
Okay, no, I see you.
I see you.
There's a movie by Natalie Portman. I'm forgetting the name. I'm trying to find it now. But there's a movie that she stars in as an interpreter. And you know, in those boxes, those booths, where interpreters sit, right? In UN offices and things of that nature. So she sits there, and this one night she forgets her bag in the booth, right? And the speakers in the booth are on, and the mics are on down there. Right, and so she walks in. As she's walking in, she overhears something, a conversation, and it's a conversation of an assassination attempt, a bombing attempt, you know, and so her life is at risk throughout the entirety of the movie. But she was a rebel back in Africa because she was dating an African man somewhere.
Okay,
you know, so she understands Swahili, all the languages, you know. So the movie is about that. So when you speak about interpreters and stuff, it sparks that in my mind.
I mean, even with I just love this stand-up comedy show, Trevor, Lost in Translation, where he just explains a lot of things. But with that being said, we were at Label's Backpackers, and then through the tour, you know, we went to Hector Peterson, and then there was a guy who was, speaking French. You know, I don't know if we do have the clip. I was able to translate to the guy.
No, you weren't. Stop lying. No, you were not, Meketi. Stop lying.
I translated French to the guy.
Was it proper French or type of French?
We're going to show you the clip on that day.
Stop lying.
I just hope it's the right French.
It is the right French.
I hope you didn't sell the land.
Because Extra was right next to me and was like, you know, people are laughing and I hear what you're saying. You know, like, Extra, thank you so much, my brother, because you clearly understand where I am coming from.
Did you take French lessons in high school or sometime in life?
No, je m'appelle, je répété. Where is the clip is right there.
That's like me learning Tonga on TikTok because some guy has TikTok word of the day, Tonga word of the day.
And then you pick up on what the person says. It doesn't
becomes my line.
Yeah, so you are able to pick up that, okay, French, there's Botswana right there. There is, je m'appelle. There is, bibir. You understand? Like those kind of things. Like, okay, I see where this guy is going. So this day, man, translation, guys. And there's this other show that I love to watch, and I know my friends say I'm weird. It's called 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
My favorite.
90 guys, I spent a lot of time watching 90 Day Fiance, and I saw her name, and love has no boundaries, guys.
Love has no boundaries.
Love has no boundaries.
How are we using our phones to say I love you?
So this guy, the baby needs diapers.
Oh man, that's
Never
crazy.
be in a relationship.
I
Like
couldn't.
That,
I couldn't. I think I would attempt, but I don't think I'd be.
It takes away from special moments.
Banele, talk to us. I mean, you're learning Tswana now.
No, I'm doing it. Just two things, ne? So, Jenkins, ne? If you were in court and by accused and you need a sign interpreter, would you take Jenkins from 2013?
Never.
Because Jenkins saw an opportunity, and it.
That's a lot.
No man. Diamond that was translating Mandela.
I would. I would. You know
would take
why?
Jenkins to plead your case.
There's a guy in KZN called Ngizwe Mkhunu. He had a case. Remember, he said during losing, I can't. So he had that case going on. And as he was in court, he had a translator, by the way, because he was doing everything in Zulu. And then he said something like "Isisho," says Zulu. I wish you could find that clip. And then the translator just burst out of laughter because he was just like, "Man,
it must
what
cry.
do you expect me to translate?
It must cry. I can't.
No,
it must cry."
And it's how he was explaiing the version of events. He said a really dope line by Zulu, but it's just that there's no direct translation to it, and the translator was just like, you know what? He started laughing, and it actually just eased the mood in court, which works in his favor, by the way, because now the judges are looking at it from a point of like, maybe he's just all about banter, and people are just taking him too seriously. So I would have taken judges because the magistrate
I wouldn't.
That's life
would
in
be
prison.
laughing throughout my trial.
That's life in prison, honestly.
But when it comes to relationships, I'm like, I think I've said it to the guys when we were talking about Ukjola and girls and stuff like that. I don't really have a type. I have preferences.
Okay.
And when you don't meet my preference, it's not a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have a hard time dating a girl of another race. Not that I've done it.
Interracial.
But racial relationships. They're not such a huge thing for me, but I don't think it would be long lasting because of that. You know, especially when I go to my space, bring her to my spaces, and she brings me to her spaces. There's nuances, there's things that we can't translate, and there's jokes that make sense, and they
wouldn't make sense.
And they don't translate, or they don't hold when you speak English. And there's jokes that make sense in English, and now when it's like
I call it.
Exactly.
It's funny here, but like it's own. But also, I love the fact that you mentioned the type and preference thing, because lendama types lessons bit difficult.
Absolutely.
Because you are not your type's type, and the person ofuna wena otswena uyi type yake. Mina, I'm like, you're not my type. I have a type, and my type doesn't like me. He has a type as well. So good.
I mean, like a phone. Okasin charge ka micro USB. I'm type C. You understand? Like we're not types, bro. Like we're not. You're not my type.
Okay, talk to us, Nomi. What else do we have on this day?
We are celebrating International Podcast Day. Come to think of how many times you are actually just in your bed cozy with your tablet or your laptop or your cell phone, just laughing your ass out. And not only just laughing your ass out, getting knowledge and insight on topics that you've never even come across, you know? And it's all just at the comfort of your home without having to interrupt about Coco watching them soapies at 7 p.m. You're just like, you know what, let me connect to the Wi-Fi and and it's just a space where people are able to express their feelings, tell you their life stories, as well as just banter. So we are celebrating International Podcast Day, which was founded in 2014 by Steve Lee to celebrate the growing influence of podcasts. I'm sure you are wondering, what is it all about? Well, it is a global event celebrating podcast creators and listeners. So we are celebrating the Vooka Breakfast Show team and also the Vooka Breakfast Show viewers.
Vooka Nation.
And the reason for that is obviously to recognize our podcasts as powerful tools of storytelling and of course education, because I cannot count the times I've learned words and terms and things through a podcast.
What's your favorite podcast?
Oh, I have a lot. It's the Money podcast because I'm at, when you're about to turn
Money
30. When you're about to turn 30, there's this thing. I want to get my life in order, my finances in order. So it's the Money podcast, and it is, I think it's the motherhood podcast, and also the most controversial one.
McG. Okay, I see you. My favorite one is, I love those boys, man. I love those boys, man. I don't follow it like
the Ashkara de Pangano.
I love those boys, man. But I don't follow it like traditionally. I catch them here and there.
Snippets.
But I love those boys, man. Shout out to Leif and Osi, man. They have great energy when they're together. Not to take anything away from Umto, but Leif and Sino for me, they just have.
Check it out. What's the name of that podcast?
Open Chats.
Open Chats.
Those boys who are almost cancelled for speaking derogatory terms and things about colored people. Those boys.
You love controversy.
No. Can I tell you? They're actually not. No,
says the chiller. By the way.
Those boys. Actually, but those boys are not controversial. I give up Willie, but they're not really controversial. It's just that one time, and I'm not justifying what they said because they were absolutely, completely, and utterly wrong in all senses, right? But for the most part, those boys are just young boys in their 20s, man. They bring girls on the podcast and they just talk about whatever. But I just love the energy between Umto and Lefa and Sino. They have an understanding, man. They just have
they gel.
They have a banter between them, and it creates a nice platform and a nice space, man.
Oh man.
Come to think of that, it's actually very important for the host and the co-host to gel.
Of course.
I've seen so many good podcasts that are good, that have potential, but there's just no
chemistry.
Sync and chemistry. They're not in sync, and they're always just at each other's heads, and you're like, the energy is off, and it takes away from the essence of everything.
It's us against the audience, man. You understand? So we need to.
Your favorite one?
So mine, there's two. Outside of South Africa. It's Diary of a CEO by Steve Bartlett.
How did I forget that?
Man.
Mr. Biza is a huge fan of the
man, Steve man is great, man. And the second one is On Purpose by Jay Shetty. You know, like I just love the guests. And what I love is Trevor Noah. What I love is that Trevor Noah was able to go on both podcasts. And that guy, man.
I don't know. I think maybe I'm still backwards. I haven't gotten on the train of consuming podcasts like that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So that's why I catch them in snippets. You know.
You know what I do when you get ready, especially in the morning. Open one, let it play in the background,
Okay.
and it actually sets the mood for your day. Earlier on, I spoke about mental health and how I'm choosing that. It will set the mood for you. Listen to that Steve Harvey. It's not a podcast, but those YouTube videos that you play in the background. And you know, some podcasts like
powerful, man.
The ones about mental health. Now it's payday. Listen to the Money podcast, the ones that talk about money. When you're actually going to a quick shop or a garage to grab that Magnum for 40 rands, you're just like, those 40 rands I could invest in equities or and you hold back. It actually sets the mood for your entire day.
I don't know, man, because I'm a musician first and foremost, you know. So music for me is what
way better.
Is what works for me, you know. And I'm one of those musicians who doesn't listen to everything. I'm picky about what I consume.
What's your favorite genre?
I'm jazz. I'm a jazz vocalist. I'm jazz, man. I'm now in keys. After doing keys, I'm gonna venture into saxophone. You know, but I'm first and foremost a vocalist. Not just a jazz vocalist, but I would. But yeah, jazz is my thing. But outside of jazz, there are one or two genres that I like.
Neo soul.
Completely. Erykah Badu, come on, man. You see, I mean, even in how my aesthetic, man, you know, I try to put out that Mangvela, so I want you to identify, okay, this guy is something artistic in Yana, you know, and then we can have the conversation and tell you. But music for me is what mostly sets the mood for me, you know. But one thing I have to point out, guys, we are not a podcast, Rona. And as much as it looks, it sounds, it feels like a podcast, we're online audio visual radio.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Because people
tend to think everything that has a mic
and people
and people and presenters and a camera is a podcast. We're not. We're broadcasters. We're not podcasters. Not to take anything away from podcasters, right? All the ones that we've mentioned and our favorite ones. But the Vooka Breakfast Show is an online audio-visual radio station.
And people.
Okay. Did you also think that it was a podcast?
At some points.
The one difference that I will point out between us as an audio-visual radio station, right, online, is that we're live. Most podcasts are pre-recorded, right? So everything we do authentically, when things fail here, when my phone falls, it's live, it's unscripted, it's unrehearsed.
There's load shedding.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like last week when we wanted to told you. So that's I think one of the differentiators between us as broadcasters and podcasters out there. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Mr. B?
Actually, the term podcast was invented by Apple CEO. Steve, what's his name? Steve
Jobs.
Steve Jobs, yes. Yeah. So they had the iPod, right?
Yes.
And then so he married the two terms. So it's the iPod, the pod, and then they are broadcasting. So he then married the two terms that it's called a pod from the iPod, and then it's broadcasting. So it's a podcast.
Yeah.
So I guess the debates that podcasts are killing radio is then irrelevant right now.
Not necessarily,
because it's radio moving digital. And becoming visual. So it lives, but then it's just that it has grown and moving with the times.
Absolutely.
Not that it's dead.
No.
It's audio visual.
It's evolving.
It still has that element of radio. I mean, I was a radio presenter, and it feels like a radio show. Just
visual.
I'm so blonde. So I'm
you know what I'm trying to say?
No, it's radio. Basically, it's radio on demand.
Yes.
The same way we moved from live TV to having your shows pre-recorded and all of that. Yeah. And my favorite podcast, Oprah, guys. I love Oprah.
Oprah Winfrey.
No, I'm joking.
No, there's nothing wrong. We don't judge you.
We're still trying to process and digest.
No, serious. No, because
There's
Oprah.
nothing wrong with being a man loving Oprah.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ricky.
No, because Mangvula, my YouTube, I always see. I'm a podcaster like Oprah.
Her impressions come out.
As an ad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Not a recommendation.
Not like an impression.
No.
You must watch Oprah.
Why is your algorithm showing you Oprah?
No, but as an ad though.
Okay.
Yeah, but why? Because
Those ads are part of the
algorithm
algorithm
as well, right? Are they not, Mr. B? Did we not explore that at the beginning of the year?
No, because I watch a lot of podcasts now, I recommend.
Okay.
Yeah,
but so
Oprah's good.
She is, but the kinds of podcasts that you consume are aligned
long form,
with
Okay, with what she's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So all of the podcasters out there, man, it's your day, and I think this is just to embrace the true definition of where talks and conversation are going, because they are now being recorded. We are able to track back to the conversation we've had 10 years ago. We are going to be able to say that in 2050, in 2060, and say, you know what, episode 150, man. We spoke
Nomi
about
was here
Oprah
for the first time on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink Connection, only and exclusively where radio meets TV, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
But interesting, man. You know that we always have celebrity birthdays.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, and who is growing up, guys?
Talk to me, Nomi. Who's growing up today?
It is Monica Bellucci, and she is turning 61 today. If you're wondering what her rise to fame was, well, she was an Italian actress and model for Melina Spectra. Her marital status. Tell us about her marital status.
Divorced.
She's divorced, man.
By
ex-husband
Vincent Castle. I don't know Vincent Castle. Or maybe Angamona. Maybe I might. But I know Monica Bellucci, an amazing actress, man. Amazing actress. Yeah.
Her marital status doesn't count at this time or this point. Interesting fact about her, though, she's the oldest Bond girl in history at age of 50.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That's like so cool. You're 50 and you're a Bond girl. Girl. She's not the only one celebrating her birthday today. We also have Lacey Chabert, who's born today, turning 43. Her rise of fame was Mean Girls and Hallmark Channel films. She is currently married to David Netta. Interesting fact about her, though, is that she voiced Eliza Thornberry in The Wild Thornberry.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Speaking about F1, I'm embarrassed to say,
what?
I was like, why is South Africa not in the F1? Because I thought it was something like Boma World and dun. You know how you have like World Cup. So I'm just like, South Africa, why? Until I got schooled. Until I got schooled on F1 and what it's all about. I think it's a season right now, F1 season. Are we heading towards it?
Season, it's ending right now. And hey, the Aston Martin team, man, is doing wonders out there. Lando Norris,
me, I'm still new, so you're probably gonna educate me. But I'm proud of myself because I know who Max Verstappen is.
That's my man, bro. That's my man over there, bro.
He is turning 28. What is his rise to fame? Well, obviously, it's the Formula One world champion with Red Bull Racing. He is currently partnered with Kelly Pickett. An interesting fact is he actually debuted in F1 at 17 before having a driver's license. How do you even qualify to have a debut without a driver's license? Shouldn't that be the minimum requirement?
I mean, that's why, FIA stepped up to some of the regulation on F1. Because basically, if you are in the F1, you are a driver. They're looking for the world best drivers.
That should be the minimum requirements.
Yeah, man. An interesting fact, man. This is the man who brought down Lewis Hamilton. He has anger issues because of this guy.
Because of one.
And another thing is, this sports is one of the sports that women cannot participate in.
Why?
You can't.
It's too intense.
Because you can't
not
drive
worth
fast,
me
guys.
Being an F1 fan, it's not worth it.
You'll die.
I think they have tried, right?
You'll die. Yeah, they tried, but that car is too quick.
Do you think it confirms this thing or narrative that
it does.
women...
I know it does.
Let's leave it.
It does. I spoke about it, I think a week or 2 weeks ago. It does completely.
I'll take you for a drive. I'm a very good driver. You would pass out. My driver passed out last week.
Here's the thing. The difference, that's I think maybe at the inception of F1 licenses were not such a thing, right? Because you're not driving on the road. It's a racing thing, sports, right?
Yes.
And so the driving intensity on the roads versus on the racing track are different. the car models, the speeds, everything that it entails as a sport is completely different to how we navigate normal day-to-day driving on the roads.
Yeah.
So that's why it completely cements the fact that you and I as a man and a woman are different, right? Not that women don't have or can't have great driving skills on the road. There are women who are amazing completely, right? But when it comes to the racing track, yes, we are completely different.
I think maybe before a woman goes on a racing track, let her have a fight with her partner or boyfriend. Let the kids make a lot of noise in the morning, waking her up.
By virtue of having those exceptions or those implications, already it cements the fact. Because I don't have to. I just jump into the car.
And then adrenaline.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when you want to be influenced, you want to be vexed, you want to be poked and prodded, and so by virtue of that already, it cements the fact that we're different.
But Mo, isn't this more of a health reason why women are not necessarily capability?
Sure.
Yeah, because
that would make sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Health is one of the contributing factors and variables, amongst others.
Even the lifestyle, because there was a conversation I was having with my brothers that okay, we know football players, basketball players, they are all in the limelight. You know, they're always about the limelight. Sure. These guys, you barely see them in public. Yeah, you barely see them. So your life in jail, it's.
Okay, I take the L.
No, it's not like losing or winning thing, but it's just a biological difference, basically.
Yeah.
It's just
even the training, man, because there's this training that they do, whereby wlike your head movement, because pela imoto
my wig
quickly.
There,
exactly.
We're
done.
Alopecia here, showing on national TV. Moving right along.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the year 2008. I'm showing my age now. The year 2008, and Nomi P is on stage on a rock challenge with DJ Switch, Yo TV, singing or dancing to Apple Bottom Jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club looking at her. She hits the floor. Oh, next thing you know, she go low. We are that old on Vooka Breakfast.
No, you are. I'm 25 this year.
So who are you thinking of when I speak of this person? Well, Auto-Tune, the king of Auto-Tune. We are celebrating T-Pain.
Yeah.
And his real name is Fahim Nam.
Yes.
Fahim Nam turning 40.
What? 75.
That's young, guys.
85.
He's very young.
Wow, I'm thinking about my 16.
Yeah, I
he's
thought he was
been
70.
on Auto-Tune.
I thought he was 70.
But you know that T-Pain can sing for days.
Without Auto-Tune?
He can sing.
But he overdoes it with Auto-Tune.
He does. But he can actually completely proper hold a note. Without Auto-Tune.
I'm going to search him on YouTube. Anyways, T-Pain celebrating 40 today, and his rise to fame was being a rapper and singer, and obviously the pioneer of Auto-Tune. His marital status, he is married to Amber Nam. An interesting fact is that he actually won the Masked Singer season 1. So that confirms that he can actually sing.
Yeah, but the first time where I proper heard him sing was on Jimmy Fallon's show, where they have 4 celebrity contestants, and they go into pairs of 2s.
Okay.
And then there's singing inside there, like there's singing scenarios that they put to you.
And there's harmonies in between the two. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, that confirms he can actually sing. Closing it off with Kieran Culkin, born today and turning 43. Rise to fame is Succession. If that's your favorite series, then you would know that he portrayed the character of Roman Roy. His marital status is he is currently married to Jazz Charlton. An interesting fact about him is that he is actually a nominee of the Emmy and Golden Globe.
Nice.
Doing very well.
Proper things, man. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show on a day-to-day basis, you know that we always give you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our... Oh, is that Kieran? Okay, it sounded familiar. Yeah. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I've seen him around.
Are you not like a movie series person? TV is not like your
I'm
thing.
a girly girl. Ask me about Gossip Girl.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
The Real Housewives.
I see. Oh, okay. I see.
Reality shows more than
movies and
yes.
series. No? All right. So, like I said a second ago, we always bring you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our day-to-day spoken languages, speech patterns, and of course, ultimately, our vocabularies, right? And today is no exception whatsoever. But before we get to that, I want to give you an invention that has played such a pivotal role in making our day-to-day lives easier. On this day, on the 30th of September, back in 1846, the first use of ether as anesthesia was introduced to the world. So, American dentist William Morton successfully used ether as an anesthetic during a dental operation. This took place in Massachusetts, back out in the USA. This was the first recorded public demonstration of surgical anesthesia, revolutionizing medicine by making pain-free surgery possible. That's interesting.
I love this. And since you guys are getting to know me better, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
We thank goodness and the doctors for this invention, because I'm a C-section mom and I was a first-time mom and I was scared for my life. I'm like, what goes on there? Like, am I going to lose my life?
Process. Oh.
And there is this needle. I don't want to harmonize it. I think it's the size of my arm. It's called. What is it called? I just forgot it. It goes on your spine.
Yeah.
It's to numb everything.
Yes,
it's right here in my head. I hope I'm going to remember it. But it actually. Okay, I'll remember it in my head. But it is the size of my
epidural.
Epidural. Got it. Thank you. And I'm so grateful for that, because I remember the moment before they actually injected me, my gynae was like, which song would you like us to play for you? I'm like, Beyonce, Love on Top.
Just to numb you out.
I read on this book, The Monk That Sold His Ferrari, right?
Oh, yes.
Like, you must learn to train your mind.
Robin Sharma.
In situations where it is like difficult, try and imagine like a holiday in Dubai, just so that you do not feel the pain. And I actually did that. I was so into the song and I was picturing myself as Beyonce in Coachella.
And it
on
worked.
top. And that needle with the... guys, it's not even it's the size of my arm. Went on my spine. So we thank this invention, because if it wasn't for that, imagine feeling a human being snatched out of
your
imagine
body.
The pain after that.
You know the videos of guys simulating of that thing. Have you seen those videos?
And they're so dramatic.
Simulating
period pains.
No.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah, so there's this gizmo. So by Kenya,
it's a device.
Yeah, it's a device.
Yeah.
So they wrap it around like their lower
abdomen,
right,
Mm-hmm.
to simulate period pains. And it has levels, so it starts on level 1. I think it goes from 1 to 10, and
it gets worse.
Yeah, so as they raise it up, guys can't reach the level of like 10.
3.
5 is like an extreme for most guys who've tried it, right? And then they bring on a female to try it out, and maybe I go tell her, and she's like, okay,
I'm used to this. Every man.
This is nothing for me. So we can only imagine what birth feels like. Mr. B?
Stick to F1. Let the ladies do
that. Yeah.
But also, going to a dentist, tooth extraction, that's painful.
It is.
I've never had one, but I'm sure it's painful.
I don't have a
tooth.
Imagine
Chinese doctor in the Ratong.
And were you...
Yeah,
like they killed you.
So it's because I'm scared of needles. Okay. My pain threshold is this much.
You can't take pain that much.
I can't. I hate pain.
Have you ever had Itumba? I've had an experience.
Oh yeah.
I swear, I don't think that dog Itumba. Yeah. Oh, Tumba. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think that doctor was a qualified doctor until this day.
The one who removed it.
They popped it.
I've never seen my mom so supportive. She was holding my hand. I'm like, Ma! And at that time I was probably like 27. I was old. And that guy promised me, he's like, I swear, he's our family doctor. I trust him. But also I'm just like, let me Google your practice number. Because after that incident, I literally felt, that is the most painful thing, guys.
I have 2 of my friends
live.
like lie cupping the armpits, and apparently it's the most painful place to have it.
And that's the reason
like
why
this.
we do not share deodorants.
Yes.
Because I had given someone, being a nice girl that I am, I'm like, yeah, you feeling like, no, take a wipe, and I have deodorant in my bag. And then I used it after, and then boma 2 days, 3 days, I'm feeling something there, and it's growing, this thing. And now I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm like, how to get rid of, and I'm they're giving me these remedies like put sugar and yeast, put this with this, and my mom was just like, you know what, let's
go to the god
and pop it. Now it's big, guys, it's big, and I'm like this, and the whole arm, it was affecting my whole arm.
Yeah,
And it was
mobility.
It was my first time experiencing it. Yo, I don't wish it on anyone.
Yeah, no.
When he popped it, I'm like, because he put the needle in. And he's like, let's give it. He's like, let's give it 2 minutes. I'm making you numb, you know. And I was numb for 2 minutes. And then after 2 minutes, he started popping it, and my body had like gone back to its natural state.
Of the
and I'm like, where did he probably bought it from some guys on the streets, because in Durban you have guys in the streets selling like medicine and all of that. Because I felt it, guys. I felt it. And he was like, no, we still need to pop more. This is just the top. And I'm like,
no, I couldn't. That's crazy.
I was so embarrassed when I walked out of surgery because all the people in the reception were like,
who was screaming? You're the one who was screaming, making noise.
And I had makeup put on for it.
Wow.
That's crazy. But anyway, like I said, we give you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our day-to-day spoken languages, our speech patterns, and of course our vocabularies. And today is no exception whatsoever. On the 30th of September 2025, on a Tuesday morning, the last day of September, the word for today is petty forgery. That's petty forgery. This word is a noun, and how you spell this word is as follows. This is PETTIFOGGERY. That's PETTIFOGGERY. Petty forgery. The definition or the meaning of this word is as follows. This is trivial or petty quibbling, especially in arguments or legal matters.
Okay.
Right? It is trivial or petty quibbling, especially in arguments or legal matters. How you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. The meeting dissolved in petty forgery with no real progress made. The meeting dissolved into petty forgery without no real progress made. Similar words include quibbling, hair splitting, and sophistry. That is quibbling, hair splitting, and sophistry. Mr. Mo, talk to me. Usage?
I always try to make myself busy, man, when we come to this.
I'm busy. Have you gotten to that point? Give Muslims
forgery.
I need to be given an award at the end of the year of coming up with the greatest words for word of the day on the Vooka
This is
show.
a great word, but it also I think it shows a lawyer who's incompetent, because why are we going back and forth and petty quibbling in court where you have legislation, you have the constitution, or you have resources of law that you could refer to, rule of law, and do application.
So talk to me, how would you use it in a sentence? Petty forgery. It means
forgery.
Trivial or petty quibbling, especially in arguments. Or in legal matters.
When the prosecutor realized that he did not have enough evidence to substantiate his claims, he started getting into
petty forgery.
Hey,
all right.
The lawyer, because now we are being petty. Do you ever watch those courtroom
matters?
And they get really petty because there's something missing there by the rule of law.
You're hair splitting.
You hair splitting because there's something you did not read. You don't know the section of the Constitution. Section 25, expropriation of land without compensation. You don't know that section. You don't know section 25, and now you petty
forgery. Or you're executing and exhibiting a higher functioning level of petty forgery.
Being petty now with all the terms, and then you're saying, no, we need to go back to interpretation of statutes. No, you're supposed to be able to interpret the Constitution and the words and what the law says.
I mean, it's the same thing that happens with the Senzo Meiwa case. You know, his lawyer did for.
It's example.
You understand? So, you know, the back and forth that we had over like little minor things that can be dealt with by grade 4s.
Yes.
You know, they just went on and off with this thing. Even right now, the Madlanga Commission that is taking place, right? You know, some of the people who are representing the ministers, you know, they can't even come with, you know, evidence,
tangible
evidence
to avoid
say,
that.
Yeah, the district magistrate told us that we must back off from the kids. Like, no, that's not what we're talking about right here.
Yeah, no, in the spirit of National Translation Day, yeah, see, we are Bambi
Penny forgery. Very proper.
Thank you for the direct translation.
proper stuff. So Nganakogai, talk to us. How would you use this word in a sentence? Looking forward to your interaction. Jump on into our YouTube comment section using the hashtag of Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It continues on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. I'm seeing a couple of you have jumped on. Onelisa says, she chooses her family. We've touched on that, right? Barulwet, who came on a bit earlier, saying good morning, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile, Vooka Nation. And then comes back again, says, hashtag happy blessed Tuesday. Today I choose my mama because tomorrow is her birthday. Hey.
Happy birthday, mama.
Can't wait to celebrate that.
Can't wait. So, Mr. Mo, talk to me, man.
20 minutes past 9 it is the time, and Vooka Nation, you know, for our Tuesday wellness, man. Today we're going to be having an interesting conversation. We are not going to be talking about abs, dumbbells, or gym selfies. We're talking about real transformation, guys. Right? So after this short break, Savannah Kruger, who's a certified personal trainer and the founder of 180, will be joining us on this table to talk everything 180, the heart and the fire behind everything. So please do make sure that you do not switch that dial, because she is coming up.
Heartbeats up and down, I'm in a gambling phase. We're going round and round, it's a trampoline stay. Oh, it's like I never run out of breath, and I don't care if we make a mess. It doesn't matter what's coming next. So can we just be bonafide? Girl, you got me waking up confused, lost in time. Every moment tastes like summer, can never get enough. Summer sugar kisses left behind, and I don't wanna fall in love, just wanna be yours. Can we just be bonafide?
but you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek, or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was then. Go back. Hurt so bad. Had to block out the memory. If we try, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone since you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, love it in the worst way. You've been gone away, since you've been gone away. You've been gone away. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday, your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Since you've been gone away, gone away.
27 minutes past 9, and of course you're still with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, giving you your energetic starter to your day, accompanied by that positivity. You know that to join the conversation you need to follow us on our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show, and if you want to dial us in, the number to do that is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. It's still Tuesday morning, and the question is still up: what are you choosing on this beautiful Tuesday? Right? Some of you choose impact, some of you choose a transformation. It's fine as much as you infuse them and blend them to work for you. Before the break, we mentioned that Savannah Kruger is going to be joining us right here, the heart and fire behind the 180. She is here with us today. Her story is one of many of us we can relate to, struggling through crash diets, chasing quick fixes and hitting walls of frustration until she discovered the life-changing magic of sustainable habits. Out of her own battles, she built a movement rooted in 3 powerful pillars: mindset, movement, and meals. That's what we're going to be in conversation about. Mister, are you still here, man? Are you eating well?
Me, I'm not. It's like I hate this about myself.
Yeah.
There was a time, whenever we talk about fitness and wellness and health and things of that nature, the one thing that really works for me when it comes to trying to be and stay as fit as I can is dancing. I always say that I take dance classes, right, on the regular, but this year I've really been lacking. I haven't been attending as much as I can, and I think a week or 2 ago I was going to the shop. It was late at night, so they were about to close, and I jogged there. I decided that I want to jog, and I really pushed myself. Chief, I realized that I'm so unfit, and the perception is that as a small, slender guy or a slender person in general, you are, you can handle
stamina.
it all.
You have stamina and things like that.
For the most part, I think I do. But yeah, Chief, I got winded for like a second and I had to sit down. But hey, what's going on, man? Sorry, Savannah. Why am I getting so tired so quickly? So I realized that I'm not as fit as I'd like to be, or as I think I am, and I think it's mostly based on the fact that I haven't been exercising as much, I haven't been stretching as much, and I haven't been watching what I eat. And I think when it comes to the food, it's cause I have a high functioning level of metabolism. So I don't gain weight whatsoever. I can eat at 3 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, 12. I can eat in bulk, but I never gain weight. I won't retain the weight because my metabolism functions so quickly. So I'm completely unfit, man.
On that lighter note, man,
are you fit?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not gonna lie, man, because yesterday we were playing,
soccer out here.
And my heart was burning. My chest was burning, man.
So 2 weeks ago, we went to Soweto backpackers.
Oh, man.
And we took the bike tour, all right? So based on our sizes here in the studio, you would assume that because Mr. B is a slightly bigger one, he would be the one who would be lacking. Right, when it comes to paddling and going up steep hills using the bike. Mo was losing his breath like no one's business. It was so funny. And then when the road goes this way, downwards, he's the one who passes everyone. So it was so funny, man. But yeah.
It was the bike, man. Yeah. But yeah, on that lighter note, we covered, and we have Savannah Kruger right here with us, a certified personal trainer and founder of the 180. A very good morning to you. How are you doing this morning, Savannah?
Good. Very excited to be here.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate. We really, really appreciate. So the one thing that we like getting into whenever we have, cool people such as yourself is just finding out about how they got to where they are right now. There we go, Mr. Mo. Yes, sir. So who is Savannah as a young girl growing up, and how do you get involved in all the spaces that you're involved in as we speak today?
Yeah, gosh, okay, guys, it's been a journey.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I like to say I was very well-rounded.
Okay.
So I was quite on the chubby side, and I don't know if you can relate. I don't think you would, but
I would.
Not, and
why not me?
Fast metabolism.
Oh,
you get it from me.
I thought it was like an age thing. I thought it was an age thing. Sure.
No.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it just one day you realize it's like, oh my gosh, I'm overweight. It's like the comparison, and I don't know if it's puberty, what exactly plays a role, but one day you just wake up and it's like, boom, I need to lose weight.
Yeah.
And I think what most people do, they take very drastic measures.
Yeah.
It's for instance with me, I had this thing that the only way to lose weight was to run. Like I would run in circles around, and also had a thing for just eating Provitas of all things.
Oh, wow.
And this would help me lose weight, and theoretically it did, but like I said, it wasn't in a healthy approach. So it's not sustainable to lose weight like that. And as I went on, and like I said, I furthered in my journey, I realized that there's different ways of doing it. So I got involved in a boxing club, and I was there for a couple of months, met some people, and this boxing club was also at a gym. So while I was boxing, I started doing weight training, and you start chatting to people, and they start talking about calorie counting and certain supplements and the importance of rest and this and that, and literally it just started scaling. You start Googling stuff and almost like self-educating, and it's incredible how far it goes.
It's powerful, man, and thank you so much for giving that background information, because with what you're saying right now, we see that your story starts with those struggling through the crash diets and the quick fixes. So looking back now, what was the turning point where you realized that transformation is deeper than just a scale?
The turning point, sure. I would say, because at some point I was very into my training and caffeine as well. So I would literally wake up in the morning, I'd have a Monster, go to school, after school, I'd dry scoop pre-workout with another Monster. So I just realized the bad habits I started getting into and that it's not sustainable. I would say the change I've realized it's much more recent. I would say the past 2 years or so. I would say the past year I've really started diving into changing your approach to health and fitness. That's why the 180. It's change, heal, grow through meals, movement, and mindset.
I love that.
And that there's, I say, almost health and fitness is genuinely like an umbrella term. And it's like we think, for instance, for quite some time in my life, I was like, health and fitness, it's physically how you keep up with your training. And it's not sustainable, dry scooping pre-workout or having energy drinks just to get through your workouts. It's not how it's supposed to be.
I love that you mentioned those 3 pillars. And we know that a lot of people sometimes they tend to underestimate what is part of the pillars. So which pillar do you think a lot of people underestimate the most and why?
I would say mindset.
Okay.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I think because mindset is also such a broad term. It's not only how you look at life, but I think it's mentally, where are you in this journey? Emotionally, how connected are you? Spiritually, where do you find yourself? Why are you doing this? And I think most people almost have like a very, I don't want to say naive, because that's a very strong word. I've been there. So it's me calling myself naive. But it's kind of you do it for physically, where are you going to be? How are you going to look? That type of thing. It's not an internal journey. It's not a deep journey. And I think that's where we get lost, is we forget the mindset behind it. But mindset as in your mentality, where are you emotionally, spiritually, where do you find yourself?
But you mentioned earlier, that people have this perception of, working out and training and health as a drastic thing where you bombard yourself with so many tactics when you approach it, when you get into it. And in more than most cases, people approach it in not the most healthiest of ways, right? So what are some of the mistakes or the misperceptions that when people get into the space of training and being healthy and things of that sort, what are some of the mistakes and misperceptions that you think you've come across over your journey of getting into the space of fitness and health?
I feel like most people think they should go big or go home. Like almost they need to see results instantly.
Immediately.
Like they just skyrocket into it. Like they genuinely jump into the deep end. Which I get in the sense of, you're very motivated. Like say New Year's resolution.
Sure.
Like you start strong. Like psychologically it's been proven if you start something in the new year or new month or on a Monday, it just tends out to work out better or be more successful. But I think people forget to pace themselves. So with this go big or go home attitude, oftentimes you look for shortcuts. Some people might take it a bit further in the sense of steroids or the type of supplements they use, or they'll start using intense measures to lose weight, like severe calorie counting, restricting yourself. And don't get me wrong, I think there's a lot of space for calorie counting. I just think it's important to navigate yourself around that. And I think sometimes you can have such an unhealthy approach in regards to them.
And with this mindset one, and mentioning that there are other people who are like, go big and go home. I mean, we've seen it with guys at the gym, and I'm with the
lifting above their weight class.
You understand? We know that for some people, mindset shift, it's difficult. And you would add on lifestyle on top of that, And many people start their diet or their fitness plan, and then they fail to follow up on those things. They follow off, right? So from your experience, like how much of transformation is mental versus physical?
Sure. I would say most of the journey is actually mental. I think oftentimes being able to push through, because it's easy to commit for like a week or two.
Yeah.
But when life gets difficult, you
Yeah.
know, all of a sudden it's like everything just drops at the same time, and you know, you have this responsibility, this and that, and it's not as easy to get out
To keep up.
Yeah, to get to the gym or make that extra half an hour to train every day. So I think that's where mentally you need to be in the right space.
Yeah.
I think also in the sense of being selfless in knowing that you are doing this for yourself.
Yeah.
And, you know, making that time for yourself and mentally standing on it.
Yeah.
And not just, okay, tomorrow. Because you know tomorrow becomes tomorrow, and then you just end up never doing it.
It keeps on being postponements.
Yeah,
and
exactly
you
that.
doing them to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when she mentions, when Savannah mentions mindset and the psychological part of it being a huge contributor as opposed to the physical, right? I remember back in late primary, early high school, I used to run. So I'm not such a fast runner, but I did the 800 meters and the 400 meters. And my brother himself was a runner, and he continued with it even after high school. In his early 20s, he played hockey as well. So I'd ask advice from him. How did you approach it? You know, and one of the things he mentioned was that more than it is a physicality thing, it's psychological. You know, especially when it comes to long distance, because what we're taught when we're training is that pace yourself, because 800, I think arguably, and I could be wrong, I haven't done it in years, over 10 years, arguably I think the 800 meter is probably one of the hardest races to run, right? Because you do, it's 2 rounds. 2 rounds. You do the first round, right? And what we're taught is pace yourself. Don't punch and give it your all. And then by the time the bell rings, you're winded a bit because you are straining yourself a bit, and you have to keep up. Like you can't be at the forefront and you can't fall back that much, right? So it's psychological more than it is physical. And I remember that when you mentioned that. But I mean, you blend quite a few things. There's EMS training, there's boxing, then there is the conventional, training and working out. How do you think all of those come together, and how do you make use of them now? Is there a point where they correlate, or do they all work in silos for you?
So each of them involved with individually and separately. So it's not often that they actually meet. But the reason being is I really just wanted to get into the fitness industry. So I got the opportunity of becoming an EMS instructor as well as a boxing coach. And like I say, conventional training is just, it has a big spot in my heart in comparison. Don't get me wrong, I love the other two, but conventional training, I don't know, I just feel like it's more, for me, it's a very personal journey. Because a lot of the time you can have a training partner and what, but it's you and the weights. And you sit there, you can have your headphones on, but it's you and your thoughts type of thing. And the other day, actually, I was speaking to someone, and he told me that bodybuilding, again, not to the same extent, I'm not a bodybuilder or anything, but it's a very selfish sport. Because it's really, you get in there and you do the work for yourself. Okay, doing bodybuilding, their goals are much different. Like for me, it's just to feel good, to a certain extent, to look good, but really just, exert yourself, express yourself to a certain extent. And, I think it's just, finding the line where you can actually just commit to yourself.
Do you find that, because I've also heard that people say, whether it's boxing or conventional traditional training or bodybuilding or weightlifting or whatever it is, or whatever it might be what it is, some people have described it as cathartic and therapeutic as well. Is that your experience as well?
I think I'm more on the coach's side. I don't box as much, but I've had clients tell me that it's something that saved them to a certain extent. I think also with the different niches I'm involved in, it carries a different meaning to everyone. For some people, it's just training. For someone, it's really a safe space. So it just depends on, where you find yourself in your journey and what this really means to you.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting, man.
And we know that, along your health journey, sometimes different diets and, of course, their impact is being brought on because we are so bombarded, with the intermittent fasting, vegan meals and things like that. So how, do different diets actually impact, your overall, well-being, not just weight loss?
Yeah, well, I think it depends on what your health goals are.
Yeah.
And for instance, where are you in your health journey? Like, for instance, you can't put someone that's a diabetic or that might have blood pressure issues on the same diet and workout routine as someone that's, absolutely young and healthy.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on where you are in your own health journey.
Yeah. So when somebody goes through the philosophy, which is change, heal, grow, through mindset, movement, and meals, what is it that you expect them to get out of this message?
That there's always room for change. Okay. So the 180, it's literally think of like a full-on 180 movement, like 360, then you're just back at where you were. Sure. But like 180 is just changing the direction.
Yeah.
And through mindset, movement, and meals, I feel like that covers a very big part of your life.
Yeah.
Mindset as in what we spoke about earlier. Meals as in what you consume.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this consume for the reason of not only the food you eat, but to a certain extent the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
So it's really, I can dive quite deep into this one. So the meals, what you consume physically, what you eat, it's important. Like, do you drink every weekend? Do you smoke every weekend? Because it does have effect on you.
Yeah.
Not condemning it to any extent, but it does have an effect on you, especially in the long run. While you're young, it's still fun, don't get me wrong, but
the body remembers.
It does. It really does. Yeah. And mindset, movement, and movement. So movement's not just the training part, it's physically how do you keep yourself busy. Because most of the calories you burn throughout the day, you're not going to burn it during a workout. So it's us sitting here actually just being alive, talking, our hearts beating, that type of thing. So how do you keep yourself busy throughout the day? Are you just sitting the whole day, or are you choosing to do something a bit more productive? So I think it's just to change, heal, and grow in that regard, because sometimes it's so quick to just fall into the trap of not wanting to move or doom scrolling and stuff. So it's just being more selective on what you do, to choose to change, heal, and grow.
Is that your, sorry Mr. Mo, but is that your personal fitness philosophy?
Yes, I would say.
Okay, because I was about to ask whether you have a different one that 180 has, or is it also embedded in you personally when you go into your own fitness journey and your own training sessions on a regular basis, because it could differ for some people.
No, it does.
But what is the approach when I come and I train with Sav on a normal day, and I'm someone who has never walked into a gym before? You know how those guys approach us in the mall. Do you want to come and and the one guy, I did actually have a conversation with him. I'm like, Chief, look at me, man. I don't fancy myself as a weightlifter or someone who trains or anything like that. So what does a fitness session look like, or a training session look like when I come to you and it's the first time me working out in a gym?
Well, off the bat, I just thought of compassionately intense. Sure. So don't get me wrong, my sessions are intense.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to make you work, but it comes from a place that you need to be able to push yourself. Like, you know your limits better than I do. Sure. I don't know where you are in that moment, but it's still my job as your trainer to push you. But conventionally, how a session would usually look, it's a warm-up, and then you have the layout. Depends on what we're hitting. Let's say you want to do some arms. And then you'll have, let's say, 6 to 8 exercises. Depends on if you want to superset them or if you want to do a circuit, and then a cool down.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But
it's not.
It sounds intricate. It sounds like there's quite a few
there's
things
quite
that
layers
play into it. Yeah.
So it depends on your goals and how much time do you have to commit. Because training someone that can only train 3 times a week or once or twice a week versus someone that trains every single day.
Yeah.
It's very
It's
different.
different, Can
And
imagine.
also, what is your physical capabilities at the moment? Like, what can you lift? What can't you lift? How quickly do you recover? How's your meals? So it's a lot to take in account.
You also give out like nutritions, like advices to people in terms of what to take and things like that.
Yes, I do.
Is it intense? Because others they'll just say cut off everything and work out.
Cut
off sugar.
It is. It really is. But I try not to be as restrictive because I know myself. Like if you're going to tell me no, I'm going to find a reason to do it. And sometimes I feel like that's the bigger issue. Like I say, we're all not training for the same goals or the same reasons, and I think that's what drives you. Reason for the mind, for the mentality behind it, and because that affects everything. Like, are you going to be strong enough to not want to eat that slab, or are you going to skip your diet and your diet's only from Monday to Friday? Although I also don't really like the word diet because I feel like it restricts you to a certain time frame. Like I feel when you think diet, you think 4 to 8 weeks, or maybe max 12 weeks, and you're going to be like a completely new person. And I feel like it's more a lifestyle. It's to find a love and a rhythm for choosing better for yourself. The type of food you consume. Like, do you really want to put like 2 slabs of chocolate a week in your body? Like, I think it's just like it's true. Especially when it starts building on top of each other.
So, but I love that you just touched on approach, right? Because I was about to ask, like I just asked for someone who's walking into a training session for the first time, what is the approach that you have with your clients when it comes to things of nutrition, firstly, like Mo said, but also sleep patterns, lifestyle, and stress, of course, because we work in different working environments, and I come to the session and I'm so weighed and I'm encompassing energy that is not great, so how do you approach such things? And characteristics, I think as well, personalities, I think also play a role in there. So how do you approach all of those and navigate them essentially as a trainer?
So for me, it's really about vulnerability, being able to build a relationship with that person. Because at the end of the day, I can only train the person you show me, if that makes sense. Like if you're going to keep, I would say, a lot of your routines and a lot of important information I should know, if you're going to keep that from me or choose not to communicate, I won't know what's going on. So it's really about relationship building. I think that's probably one of my favorite parts about being a trainer is you really get to know a person, because you need to know a person to really train them. Like you need to know financially, where do they stand, what type of meals can they afford, can they afford a gym membership, and where are they emotionally, can they are they capable of showing up every day, that type of thing. Do they need some extra motivation? Do they need me to, hey, let's slow down a bit, that type of thing.
Stress levels.
It's really just you need to know the person you are training. And that's why I think vulnerability is really important, being a trainer, and building relationship and being, I'd say, for them to be able to trust you. It's really, really important.
As someone who was, overweight in your times and you lost weight, let's talk about the obstacles, that you had to come through, like the negative, thoughts, because it's not easy to lose weight. People see like motivation. When you wake up and see that motivation, work out. When you open TikTok, work out, you can do this. But when you get to the gym, it's one day, it's like, I can't do this. And we have seen, we have watched Biggest Losers, and there's this show right now on Mzansi Magic, Lose It or Lose Me. So they're like, if you can't lose weight, that means you lose me, right? It is. So how did you overcome those obstacles that told you that this is difficult, this is hard, and the
you
journey,
won't achieve it.
journey that you are heading, it's far away. How did you overcome all of that?
So the first thing that pops in my mind is I told you about the running. I would run in circles for like an hour and a half. And you know Michael Jackson's song Man in the Mirror?
Yeah.
That one. I would listen to it, but you know the earphones that still had the little rope and everything.
Yeah.
I would listen to that song on repeat. And now that I'm a bit older, listening to that song, it just takes me back and it just floods me with emotion.
Oh, wow.
Like both positive and I was happy emotions and sad emotions, because it's been quite a journey since then. And I feel like it's, even when you lose the weight, it's still a journey. Like sometimes it might be an unhealthy relationship with food or an unhealthy relationship with the scale or a certain pair of clothes or just the size tag, you know. Sometimes it's you go to the shops and I'm not a small anymore, I'm a medium, and then just instantly goes to your head or the number on the scale increases. So I think there's been a few things that have carried me through that journey.
But when you talk about, you know, like we earlier on we talked about how you incorporate all the spaces that you're involved in, right? What we can't avoid is that the world is growing, it's evolving. You know, Nomi earlier on spoke about AI being a thing now, and in almost every other industry that you can think of, AI is being incorporated into the functionality of all those roles, right? Or into the productivity as well. So where do you see fitness and training heading to in the next couple of years? It could be a year, 3-5 years from now, especially when it comes to the technology that EMS is trying to incorporate in their industry as well. You know, so how do you think we're going to head to when it comes to the fitness space and the training space in the next few years?
It's actually a very interesting question. Sometimes it's quite a concern of mine, because now with ChatGPT you can literally just put in your stats, your weight, your goals, all of that, and then it just lays down a program. And like, okay, I want to train this, I want to put more emphasis on this body part, I want to lose this amount of weight by this time, and then it can give you an eating program, training. And the quality of it, it doesn't have the human touch, but it's still a decent program. So it's a scary thought, but I think it's something we all face. But I think it will never lose the human touch. Because I think a very big part of the fitness journey, it's a very vulnerable journey. I think because it's quite a sensitive subject for quite a few people. It's your health, it's your wellness, it's the way you look at yourself. And I think having someone journey that journey with you is what really makes it worthwhile. And what pushes a lot of people to get trainers or be part of a class or anything of such regard.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, because it comes to the role of community. And I see right here that your work is not just about training individuals, it's about building a supportive community, right? So what do you think having that collective accountability makes such a difference in people's wellness journeys?
I think people need people. We are social creatures, and we weren't made to journey on
ourselves.
Exactly. And I think especially when it comes to fitness, it's just easier when you have someone hyping you up, or someone keeping you accountable. You know, even if it's just a journey where it's you and your trainer, and it's literally a situation where that person's waiting for you at the gym. Or if you don't go, you're gonna have to. Okay, so this is the reason I didn't go. And it's just that accountability, and sometimes it's all we need. It's just that one person reaching out, and okay, they are here.
So as you just mentioned, and I love how you just mentioned, and I think this is something that we need to try and reiterate time and time again, just in society in general, that we are not a species of silos. We are not a species of isolation. We are a communal people. We are people who want interaction, to some degree. So when you talk about that, is there a success story maybe that you can think of as a coach, as a trainer yourself, that's really had a long-lasting impact and a positive impact on a client?
So I started working with someone about, I'd say like 3 months ago. And she has various physical,
challenges.
Difficulties. I'm trying to stay as anonymous as I possibly could. And since we started training together, she, for instance, her one leg, she can only bend it like a slight bit, like really just a teeny bit. And after we started training, she started becoming mobile enough to actually bend it to a point where she can like lean forward and have her knee quite close to her chest. So sometimes it's really, really small things. And like it might not seem major because it's not a major difference in movement, but for her in her specific situation, it's a major difference. Don't get me wrong, I've had people that have lost like a ton of weight and that have become fitter, stronger, but no, at the end of the day, everyone has a different goal. And we're all working towards something different. And I think that's what makes it absolutely beautiful.
So, in terms of dealing with injuries, do you recommend your clients to see, a physiologist, maybe a doctor?
Chiropractor. I'm always on the chiropractor. The chiropractor I see, like his numbers on standby. Like I'm just sending it out to everyone. I think it's very important to take care of yourself. At the end of the day, I'm not certified to give you any medical advice, and I don't know what you are feeling in your body and what's going on. And at the end of the day, if you train, you risk hurting yourself. And at the end of the day, it's the repercussion of the injury. Like for now, it might hurt a bit, and you're going to put it on the down low. Sure, by all means, but it's going to become an issue in later years. So I'm a very big advocate on taking care of your body and making sure, if something's not in the right place or it's not feeling okay, rather get it checked out.
But what is your goal then as an individual first? Because I advocate for that, not to, and it's not to come from a place of discarding, Mr. Mo, the thing. There we go. It's not coming from a place of discarding or disregarding, the people you have in your life. But I advocate for recognizing that you are an individual first in the world. Before you are a friend, before you are a daughter or a son or a wife or a husband or a parent yourself. But we are individuals first. So what is your ultimate goal as Sav, as a trainer, as someone who's been on this journey for quite some time, the ultimate goal that you can think of, or if there are multiple as well?
Multiple, I would say. So the one thing that's really important for me is you can't pour from an empty cup. So you need to take care of yourself. Because over the weekend I actually heard an interesting phrase, empathy fatigue. And it's true, like as people, it's September, tomorrow's October, we get tired, not necessarily tired of caring, but life just keeps on going so much that you start getting tired of what's happening around you. And I think sometimes if you are not careful enough, it can affect the people around you because you're not taking good enough care of yourself. So I think physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you need to fill your cup. It's not always as easy. We don't always do it, but it's important to do that. So I think, in a sense of a goal, that would be, one of my top priorities. I don't always succeed in it, but it's something that I try to do more often.
Powerful. Before we let you go, of course, we need some practical wisdom. We cannot talk about this and not get any wisdom. We know that for someone listening right now, most of them, they might feel stuck. Maybe they've tried everything and nothing seems to work out for them, right? And what's the very first small step, they can take today towards a lasting transformation in their lives?
First step to a lasting transformation, I would say start by getting to know yourself. Really sit down and write, get a page, get a book, and who do you want to be? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months? What sport do you want to start with? Do you want to start gymming? Do you just want to do some home training? Do some research. Don't go into it blindsided.
I love that.
Powerful.
I love that.
Powerful.
I love that.
Powerful.
Advice? Any advice for someone who's just starting out on their journey? Things to look out for, recommendations maybe, training recommendations, nutritious recommendations even.
So I would love to share a link to my WhatsApp channel. So
Please,
every single
absolutely.
day I just post something small. It either has to do with nutrition or physical movement, mindset. Literally the pillars of the 180. I'll share something in regards to that. But for overall wisdom, I'll take it easy and be kind. No, it's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a month. It's a lifestyle change.
I love that.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
very cool stuff, man.
I've got some rapid fire questions for you. So I will just throw you with a question or options to choose. You just need to choose one, right? There is 5 of them. Starting with the first one: morning workout or evening workout?
Evening. It's cooler.
Oh, okay. Is it cool? Is it a weather thing for you?
It's a weather thing.
I see.
Second one food you could eat every day.
I would say Evos. I love Evos.
You're an Evo girl. You and I are on the opposite side of that.
Really? What's wrong?
You and my brother would get along. He's one of those people, and Mr. B as well. Spread it on bread, salt, and that kind of thing.
I used to hate avocado until I had a taste. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's good, but you need to spice it properly. Yeah, you don't just eat it.
Guacamole.
Yeah.
You get. Yeah. The third one: least favorite fitness trend.
I would say quick diets. You know those crash diets?
Yeah.
I said fair diets as well, but like those quick, like, okay, in the next 4 weeks you're going to lose 10 kgs. That is just absolutely unhealthy. No.
Those shakes that you drink or those powders you mix with water and I see. Yeah.
Be fit. The fourth one: favorite boxer of all time.
Honestly, I'm not that big on following boxers. But I would say I like Ryan Garcia. Reason being he's quite speedy with his punches, but that's pretty much the only reason.
Last one book or podcast that changed your outlook.
So I'm still busy listening to it, but the Let Them Theory from Mel Robbins. Absolutely amazing.
Nomi's loving it as well. Behind the camera, she's like, yeah, that's for her.
Like, I'm just taking my time because I want to like go back and listen to it again, back. It's really good. Really, really
I love
good.
how you just said that Schaba, who we had yesterday on the show, was also like, you know, when you approach a book or podcast or piece of reading or whatever the case may be, when you go back to it, it's like, no, man, was this here the first time around when I read it? So it's about going back and trying to retain the information as best as you can.
That is true.
I love that. So where can people find you? Email, WhatsApp, social media, or if you have like a place where people can come for the 180 experience?
Yeah, so I have the WhatsApp channel, the 180. Then I also have a WhatsApp number anyone can contact me on. I have Instagram as well. And I can send all the links.
Please share the handles on Insta, on socials.
Okay. It's I think it's _180.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, but you spell it's like literally the number one, and then 80. So I think that might lead to some confusion, but I would love to share the links if you guys want to.
Absolutely, yes, completely. Okay, we will.
Yeah, sure. With that being said, Savannah, thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Thank you so much. This was lovely. Thank you.
It was lovely, man. But there you have it right there, Vooka Nation. Savannah has reminded us that wellness isn't just about punishment or perfection. It's about building habits that heal and sustain your life. 6 minutes past 10, it is the timer. And of course, this is where you're going to leave you guys and see you next morning. Mr. Last words.
Nothing too hectic for me. I enjoyed myself today. A huge shout out to Nomi P. You know, and I can't wait for her to come back again and hang out with us. But I do trust that she is going to come back. And she's now part of the family. She's Vooka Fire. She's part of the Vooka Nation, the Vooka team. And man, looking forward to the rest of the week. Looking forward to what the Libra season is going to bring us. What October is going to bring us. I know one of my nephews is going to have his birthday during the month of October. Not the birthday month. You know those kinds of people. It's my birthday month.
It's my birth month.
No, I'm saying, do you know those people who say that? It's my birthday month.
Birthday
It's your birth month. I'm still saying my birthday weekend. You know, but yeah, man. With that being said, we hope that you had an amazing time with us, hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where we try to take such good care of you every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between the hours of 7 and 10. Hanging out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I've been so happy and excited to have been in your presence and in your company on this lovely Tuesday morning, the 30th of September, the last day of September 2025, where we have great, compelling, all-encompassing, and of course thought-provoking conversations with industry professionals, great and amazing people like Savannah right here, doing amazing stuff in and around our communities. And so we also continue this tomorrow morning, bright and early, same time, same place, where we keep on giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. The conversation does not end here. It continues on our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. Jump onto our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226, where we will continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Brought to you by the Blinko Network, where radio meets TV, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Yes, sir.
Buhle coming through right there on YouTube saying, good morning, Vooka team.
Hello, Buhle.
Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile, hashtag Blessed Tuesday, Vooka team, and Vooka Nation. And to all those who were with us, guys, thank you so much for being with us till we see you next morning. And of course, the last question, what do I choose? I choose the 180 pillars.
Hey,
my name is Mokete Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature, and generator. Stay safe, take care of yourself, and enjoy the rest of your day.